There is only one dream, one prize, one YouTube channel to catch all the action on, one moment of glory, to get your name etched with the greatest of all time. We all want it. We all need it. Only one will get it. This is our year. This is our time to live, to fight, to win. Lord Stanley, we are coming for you. Subscribe today and don't miss out.
Watching Sam Welby experience.
What's up, hockey fans? Here we go. Game 4 starts in just a little while. Game 4, Toronto, Florida. What a series this has been, and I fully expect this one to continue to be off the rockers. What a phenomenal series we have here. And of course, happy Mother's Day to almost all the mothers out there. Most of the mothers, happy Mother's Day. To those who today is a tough day, we are with you in heart as well. We feel you. But happy Mother's Day. And this one should be a Mother's Day. We don't forget the Maple Leafs trying to go back up 3-1. The Panthers trying to even this series out. It's going to be huge. Prep I will do absolutely for sure. Nick, how's it going? Welcome in. Hope the Leafs take out the Panthers. Please give them the powers they need to do that. Well, thank you, Nick. Welcome in. Stefan, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Of course, Prep. Welcome, Zoran. How's it going? Psych Guy, what's up? Bobo Cop shutting it down. We'll see. Danny T, what's going on? Oh, maybe Danny. You never know. Big Rickster, what's going on? Kenny, welcome in. Phil, good to see you. Travis, hello there. Welcome in. Lucas, good evening. What's up, Lucas? Road Warrior in the house. Randy, thank you so much. Happy Mother's Day to you as well. And, well, to you and yours and everybody. Mike, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Sweet, welcome in. Zarbin, hello there. Daniel Barry in the house. What's up, Daniel? Jeff, what's going on? Charlie, good to see you. Mike, hello there. Bradley, what's up? Spooky in the house. Alan, what's good? Good to see you. Lost Anchor. Hope you're doing well. Billy, hello there. Welcome in, Billy. And of course, everybody, thank you. Various, Bam Bam, Sasha, welcome in. Marshall, holy smokes, I am so fired up. Kayla, how's it going? Welcome in. Ready? Welcome in. JJ, let's go. Victoria, hey there. Wayne, good to see you. Nick, what's up? Carson, hello. Everybody's popping in. Jess, what's going on? Welcome in. This is going to be a big one tonight, so let's not waste a whole lot of time. Benfica, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Joshua, good to see you, buddy. welcome in as well. Everybody on all platforms, thanks for doing it. While we go through the lineups, make sure to do the social media thing. Hit those like buttons, hit the share button, but also hit that follow and subscribe. All right, let's get into it. The lineups for tonight's game: Matthew Nyes, who we are represented tonight. We switched up the jersey, going with the Nysy tonight with Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner. Pacioretty back with Tavares and William Nylander. Bobby McMahon going to be with Max Domi and Pontus Holmberg. Lawrence, Lawton, and Yarncroc back together again. John, what's going on? Welcome in. Are we in trouble if we think Florida might win? Could get booted out. Oh, we're never in trouble. We're never in trouble. On the D side, Morgan Riley going to be with Brendan Carlo, Jake McCabe, and Chris Tanev, Benoit, and Ekman Larson. And of course, getting the start tonight is Joseph Woll. Waller back in net. We do have a little bit of an update on Stellaris. He is progressing. He is getting better. However, he is still not on the ice, still not fit to play. So I'm going to start sounding like an auctioneer soon, right? Absolutely. All right, for the Florida Panthers, Evan Rodriguez is going to be with Barkov and Sam Reinhart. Still concussed, Rick. That's right, still concussed. Verhage going to be with Bennett and Kachuk. Listerainen with Lundell and Marchand. Godoyevich with Nosek and Greer. The D side, Forsling and Ekblad, Mikkola and Jones, Schmidt and Kulikov, and Bobrovsky getting it done tonight. Bobocop is in net for the Panthers. It's going to be huge. Kathy, what's going on? Welcome in. Shirts off. Kathy, that's the after hours stream. Just kidding. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Oh, goodness. It's going to be one of those days. All right, let's get it going on. Right now, the Maple Leafs have a 2-1 series lead. 2-1 series lead going into tonight, and this is why it is so big. Melanie, how's it going? Let's go Panthers. Going for those Cats. This is a big one here tonight. The Leafs, if they win, go up 3-1. They are firmly in the driver's seat. If the Cats win, they even Steven it up. They put it 2-2, and that's going to mean Game 5 on Tuesday is going to be super important. Michael, how's it going? Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for being here. Now, last game wasn't too shabby. Both teams came out blazing. The Maple Leafs, they jumped out early. They were in the lead. Florida fought back. It was back and forth. They took the lead. The Leafs tied it up. And, of course, the story of the last game was deflections and ricochets. So many pucks off defenders going into their own net. Morgan Riley pretty much had a hat trick last night. He scored 1 against the Panthers and 2 in his own net. So he's looking to turn that around here. Yeah, shoot, you use shirts instead of waves. Oh, it's so much fun. Make sure you got your Tim Hortons picks in. That's right, I did mine earlier today. B Disney, how's it going? You're going Nylander, Nyes, and Pacioretty. Good picks. I think I went the same. I went Nyes. I think I went Nylander as well. I can't remember who I took for my 3rd round pick. Oh, I took Holmberg. For my 3rd round pick. So yeah, last game was a little crazy. Last game was off the wall. It was amazing. This is going to be another one. So far, each game has been a 1-goal game. 5-4, 4-3, and 5-4. Key common denominators here, lots of scoring. We're going to see big, high numbers, lots of goals going in. And again, I think tonight it's going to be another 1-goal game. I think we're probably, if, trend's going to follow, it's going to be kind of the 4-3 type of score. Maple Leafs 4, hopefully. Panthers with 3, but we will see. It's going to be an interesting one. Your top scorers, William Nylander, 15 points right now. Mitch Marner with 10. 6 of those 15 for Willie were goals. Sam Reinhart's got 8 for the Panthers. 4 of those being, 4 goals for Sam Bennett. And then Listerainen with 6 assists. Talking about William Nylander, he's currently tied in 2nd place for points in the playoffs going into tonight. So William Nylander tied in 2nd, and he's 1 point back of Connor McDavid. He is 3rd place for goals. The leader is Mikko Rantanen with 8. McKinnon has 7. The Nylander tied up with 6. So William Nylander having a pretty good playoff run. Mitch Marner up there as well. He's just behind those 2nd placers with 15 points. Mitch Marner there with 12 points. Austin Matthews with 10 points. By the way, Matthew Nyes with 5 goals. He is on the goal scoring leaderboard, as is John Tavares. I mentioned Austin Matthews there because we need to find a way to get Austin Matthews going. Brad Marchand with 2 goals tonight. We think Bradley's going to put up a 2 spot. That would be interesting. Very interesting. Ethan, how's it going? How's it going? 'Cause maybe. You know the words. We're going to sing it a little later. You know we will. But Austin Matthews, the story, the talk of the town. Austin Matthews right now, he's getting ripped apart on social media. If you've been all over Twitter, people are just not happy with his performance. Obviously, yes, something is nagging him. Something is bothering him. He's still getting lots of shots, but he's having a tough time hitting the net. But on the flip side, he is playing really well defensively. Now, you don't go from winning the Rocket Richard. What did he win, like 3 times in 5 years? Something like that. You don't go from producing so many goals like that to disappearing. So something is definitely bothering him. But the fact he's shutting down Barkov, the fact he's doing a great job against Reinhart, Matthews is finding ways to contribute. Even though he's not scoring, he's finding ways to do it and get this done. See, X, what's going on? Welcome in. Love that, Luigi. That's awesome. Rob, how's it going? Welcome in. Good to see you. And who else we got popping in here? Jimmy, Lou, what's going on? Welcome in. Big night, big night. Would you rather watch regular season or playoff? Playoff hockey all the way. Playoff hockey is phenomenal, and we cannot wait for this puck to drop. It's going to start a little bit later. What are we, 7:28? So we're minutes away. They're on the ice, and we're going to be getting ready to go very, very soon. First Nation, how's it going? Welcome in. Andrew, welcome in. Ryan, welcome in as well. Thank you all for being here. Now, I do want to apologize up front. New York Neil, how's it going? You might be thinking to yourself, why isn't Sam jumping around? Why isn't Sam like really moving around and waving the towels and the flags and going like he normally is? So I hurt my back pretty bad. We were doing some gardening and bringing in all the dirt and everything, and I got up this morning, could barely get out of bed. So I got the pillow behind the back, and it's very, very tender. So we're gonna kind of try to remain in our seat today as much as possible. So we're still going to bring you the same fun. We're still going to have a great time. We're still going to bring the high energy, but please forgive me. I got a little bit, well, not a little bit, a very bit sore back today, but we're going to bring this and we're going to get this one done. Just like the Leafs, they're playing injured. We're going to play injured. We're going to get this one done. Hurt yourself shaving too. Oh, Prep. Hey, listen, I was so excited. I couldn't tell you. With each stroke of the razor, I was like, yes. It was amazing. Hurt your back, though. Night in the corner. Tough night in the corners. That's right, John. Thank you, Stefan. Appreciate it. That's right. Last night, watching that game last night, that's what did my back, really. Holy smokes. That Oilers game, for those that were with us, wasn't that something else? That was absolutely incredible. Just going to town. We thought we were going to overtime. And then here it is, a cross ice pass. Draisaitl tries to stop it, tries to block it, deflects it into his own net with 0.4 seconds left, and the Oilers take the L. It was incredible. It was a phenomenal night, a hard-fought battle, and I can't believe it. So even though Morgan Rielly puts 2 in his own net, Draisaitl did it as well. It happens to the best of them. Whiplash, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, that Oilers game was good. Was really good. Oh, my goodness. Good ergonomic chair is a must. Rick, absolutely. For the amount of time I spent in this chair, absolutely. Thank you, Jangy. I appreciate it. Welcome in, by the way. David, welcome in. Thank you all for being here. Holy smokes. I'm so fired up tonight. I'm actually really nervous about tonight. Game 1 and 2, I was mildly nervous, not so bad. 2 nights ago for game 3, I wasn't nervous at all. It was one of those, whatever happens, happens. Tonight, I am really, really nervous. Super nervous. Jesse, what's going on? Welcome in. Yes, Stolarz, it is a concussion with Stolarz. Jeremy, how's it going? So Stolarz is out with the concussion. He's doing better, but he's not yet up to skating, not yet on the ice. Think you should start seeing a chiropractor massage therapist. Your back and shoulders. Oh, where did that go? Soft. Yeah, Prep. Well, my shoulder injury was actually from hockey. So shoulder injury was from hockey, and that one, every time the weather changes, every time I do anything with this arm, it flares up. So It's unfortunate. And that really, so without going too deep into my injuries, my angel dear, what's up? Cam, what's going on? Jeffrey, welcome in. So it's actually stems from my neck. So it's in the back of my neck. There's some issues with the top vertebrae. And because of that, in the pressure it puts on my shoulder, it causes a whole kit and caboodle. So yeah, it's very, very unfortunate. But this was just too much lifting bags of dirt. Gotta love beer league injuries. Travis, oh my gosh. I'm telling you, it's so true. And it was the stupidest thing, right? You're driving to the net. The guy on the other team who you're buddies with is like, hey, I see Sam coming across. I'm going to step into him, even though it's non-contact. He goes to hit me. The two of us just, bam, neither one of us budged. It was like two of us just running into a wall. And that all of a sudden, injury after injury after injury. Lift with your legs. Yeah, that was what I was doing wrong. Bobrovsky's due for a good game just as much as Matthews. Psycha, that's a good point. You know, Bobrovsky hasn't, we haven't seen the best of Bobocop. Brandon, how's it going? He's had his moments, but we haven't seen him steal a game like he has. No Picard for the Oilers. Stu, yeah, so it's going to be interesting, John. And again, I saw a thing yesterday that said, or this morning, Picard is not going to be in for the next game either. So they're going to have to figure it out. Winnipeg, that's right. Winnipeg just got beat by Dallas. Dallas taking that one. That was it was a hard fought battle, but again, Dallas put a lot of goals up on the board. Patricia, how's it going? Welcome in, Eric. Good to see you. Thank you, Rob. I love this jersey. These reversible jerseys are awesome. These, by the way, are available on Fanatics. You'll see all night. Our Fanatics affiliate link will be in the chat. If you're looking at picking up a jersey, maybe a playoff t-shirt, a hat, something like that, check out our affiliate link for Fanatics. Pricing is exactly the same. The only difference is that Fanatics gives us a little kickback for sending you over to them. You know, it's standard how affiliates work. So thank you for consideration if you're going to pick something up. Matthews is saving himself for the cup. Wouldn't that be nice? We got to get there first. CMDR, how's it going? Welcome in. You're heading down for, hope something good for dinner. Hope there's something good there for Din. All right, they're coming out. I thought they were on the ice already, but it looks like, I don't know if this is a live shot, but if it is, they're in the tunnel making their way down. So hard to tell sometimes what's a live shot and what's not. And it is a live shot as the Panthers making their way on the ice. Let's go over, and I'm going to show you what you're going to expect, how we're going to call this game, just so you are up to speed before this one starts. All right, so what's going to happen up top here? You are going to see all the goals, what the score is. Score up top. Down here, this is going to show you where all the shots are coming from. All the shots, all the goals. We can find out what their strategies are going to be. Are they shooting from the points, the circles? Are they jamming the nets? And then down here, getting the old elbow. This is going to show you who has possession, where the puck is moving, how they're driving through, and all that jazz. So let's give this actually a little refresh, because sometimes this one likes to freeze up. So we're going to give that a refresh. There we go. Much better. And of course, on the far side, you're going to see who all the players are on the ice, what their line is. So right now, like you can see, Wall 27-14, 1 overtime loss, 1 shootout, 2-7-3 goals against. So when the players are on, it's going to tell you how many points they have, goals, assists, how much time they've been on the ice for. So you at home can track who's been on and who's playing the most. Last but not least, scrolling across the bottom, all these funky looking commands, exclamation mark, redeem, and then a code. That is how you can play along at home. That's how you can bring graphics up on the screen. How do you do it? Well, by keying in those commands. But you need to earn points to do it. Each redemption is worth so many points. So you are earning points just by chatting along with us. Exclamation mark points will tell you exactly what you've earned. Benji Rips, thank you so much, Benji. I appreciate that very, very much. Coming in with all those gifts. Thank you so much, Benji. Johnny, what's going on? Welcome in. Now, for those watching over here, again, my responses will be a little bit delayed because we got the game up here, but I will catch you. I will get your comments. We'll make sure to go through it all the time. Patches, anytime goal. Johnny, I hope that's the case. Wouldn't that be nice? All right, we're getting set to get this one going.
Please turn your attention to the ice and welcome tonight's hero among us, Vietnam War veteran, Petty Officer Second Class, Steve Squadrilli, United States Navy. Thank you for your service and dedication to our country.
That's right, Krista. Probably not. Thank you, Kathy.
Please
Coach, welcome in.
rise and remove your caps. Here to perform O Canada and the Star Spangled Banner, please welcome Matthew Bischoff.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Longest rendition of the Canadian anthem I've ever heard. Sounded like a true Canadian, eh?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, I didn't know Bleeding Gums Murphy was here to sing the anthems tonight. Holy smokes. But they're done. Good job. Good job. Wow. JDA, what's going on? JD, welcome in. Catherine, welcome in. Welcome in, Jay. Beetlejuicette, welcome in. Ron, good to see you. Bert, welcome in. Yeah, I like when Natalie does it as well. She is amazing. Absolutely amazing. But welcome in, Jack. Marky Dew, good to see you. BD Gaines in the house. Welcome in, everybody. All right, we're time to drop the puck. We're set to drop this puck. We're ready to get going. No, JD, I couldn't sing it better. I'm not an anthem guy. Damascus, welcome in. Let's go. Beverly, how's it going? That's right, get off the ice. He is off the ice. We're ready to drop this puck. We've seen some very interesting anthem singers over this playoffs. All right, Luke, what's going on? Mike, good evening. Welcome in, everybody. Puck is about to drop. Hit that thumbs up. Make sure to crush those subscribes tonight. We're on our way to 27K. Let's do it tonight as I punch the microphone. Let's go. Vic, how's it going? Antonio, welcome in. It's hockey time. Tanev going to get first puck. He's going to play it up. Maple Leafs just going to chip this one all the way down into the corner. This back around, a little bump and crash. Panthers, they're going to clear it up ice. Here they come. The birthday boy, Marchand, driving in. He's going to play it in the corner. Nyzy up on him. There's a big hit and a big cross-check by McCabe. McCabe got the batteries fired up in his stick. He's a cross-checking machine. Tanev in the corner. He's pinching his man up there. Helping out here is Austin Matthews coming back, taking that puck away. He's going to flip it up to Big Willie Styles. Nylander goes cross ice. They're going to break in, putting it around the boards. Nylander on the near side, out in front. Nope, it got caught up in his skates. Tavares with it, going to play this one over. Marchand looking to get it, has Pacioretty draped on him. Tavares on Barkov, and the Cats going to bring this one back down the ice, down in the corner. Ekman Larson going to go back after this one. Let's get this set up. There we go. And they're going to pull this down right on Bobrovsky. He plays it around behind the net. Up to Barkov. Long pass ahead, far side. Cats working their way in. Over to Barkov. Barkov going cross to Forsling. And oh! The Maple Leaf player, Pacioretty, I don't know what happened there. It's like he toe-picked and he crashes hard into the goalpost. Takes the net off and, he's kind of catching his breath there. Holy smokes, Patchy just went flying into that goalpost. Yikes. Don't want to see that happen. Camden, how's it going? Thank you very much. Welcoming everybody. But Pacioretty, who's back checking, he tries to stop up. And his feet went up from underneath him. It was like he was doing the high jump. The feet came right up and he just slams into that crossbar. Get your edges checked there. Holy smokes. Hafiz, thank you for that follow. Thanks everybody for the follows. Appreciate it. Hurt your tailbone doing that. Hurt my tailbone watching that. Off the draw, Maple Leafs going to flip this one down the ice. Florida grabbing it. They're going to play this one up back into the Leaf zone. Leafs very quickly move this one out. No icing called. That's waved off. Back to pick this one up is Schmidt. He gets pressed on by Holmberg. Holmberg going to take it away. Holmberg to Bobby Mack. Bobby Mack. He gets it back to Holmberg, who puts this wide of the goal. Coming around on the near side for Verhaeghe. He sends it up ice. Cat's going to bring it in. Here's Bennett. Bennett, long shot. Joseph Wall makes the save. Off the glass and up ahead. Couldn't get it to Holmberg. He had to look out for a hit. And this coming right back in the Leaf zone. Going to play it ahead. It's free for Domi. Domi's taking it. He tries to pull his stick around to get it free, and he clips Matthew Tkachuk. And Matty T is going to the box. Or excuse me, Domi's going to the box for a high stick on Matt Tkachuk. Domi doesn't realize it now. He's trying to go off the ice. He's over by the bench. Domi just had no space and tried to lift his stick around the player to get in and just clipped him. Hey, Rebecca, welcome in. So just caught the edge of the visor. So Domi going again. Domi and Tavares seem to be the two guys taking a lot of penalties here. So the Florida Panthers are going to go to the power play. Slushy, how's it going? Michael, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Let's go, 17:56. He wouldn't pass the high jump. That's right, Jordan. Off the draw, Toronto going to win this back. Tanev to McCabe. He's going to rip this one. It got knocked down. Marner going to follow through. Gets it to the line. Not out. Cats over to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe looking. Goes back to the line. Here's a shot by Jones. That goes wide. Wall going to slide back into position. Is Reinhart a free agent at the end of the season? I don't think they can afford him. And to be honest, I don't think the Panthers are going to let him go. This back to the line. Florida over to Barkov. He shoots. That's going to be blocked. And Sam Reinhart has re-signed with Florida. So he's going to be with Florida long term. He signed for 8.6. In front, digging. Verhaeghe can't get it, and Toronto going to clear this one down. He was a free agent. I think he signed a couple of months ago, if I'm not mistaken. Turning around, is Schmidt going to bring this one up? Dan, what's going on? Welcome in. Tanya, hello there. Good to see ya. Over to the line. Cats bringing it in. Ekblad goes down hard. Carlo working this. Benoit in there as well. Trying to dig this one free. Comes to the line, and they're going to hold it in. Nice job by Marchand. Marchand takes a bump by Nyes. Back over, Benoit up on Rodriguez. Bennett is there. Comes to Marchand. Plays it around to Bennett. Bennett to the far side. Centering in front, looking for deflection. Doesn't happen. Here's a blast from the point. Schmidt shoots. And again, that goes wide. Alexander, how's it going? Welcome in. Donna, welcome in. Florida, Ekblad. Back to Bennett. Bennett cycling it back to Ekblad. He's carrying it to the line. In the middle of the ice for Schmidt. Schmidt over to the far side. Bennett shoots. That goes wide. 18 seconds to go here on the power play. Schmidt, cross ice, bottom of the circle for Bennett. Bennett to Schmidt. Schmidt shoots off a leg. in the corner. Back in the front, stolen away by Toronto. Here comes Nyes. Go, Nyes, go. One man back to beat. Nysy trying to cut through. He's going to turn around. He's going to get a sandwich. Ekblad and Schmidt take out Nyes. A hit and a slew foot taking him down. He still has it, though. He still plays it back. What a move by Matty Nyes. Leafs have possession. Tavares with a shot. That's deflected up. Stays in play. Carlo putting it back. Here's a shot by Riley. Side of the net. Here's another shot, and that's going to go wide. Tavares going to pick it up. Leafs doing a nice job right now in the offensive zone. Back to the point. In the middle for Nylander. Nylander spinning around, blows a tire. He goes down, and this is going to be cleared out. Willie is back to pick this one up. Nylander playing this one up the boards. Toronto going to chip it in. Pacioretty coming on the forecheck. Bobrovsky playing it around in Florida, cycling it through their own zone. Toronto steals it away just outside the line. Here it comes Lawton. Lawton carrying it in. He shoots it right on, and Bobrovsky going to make the save. And there is a left jab to the chin of Lawton for good measure. Good hustle here by the Leafs early. Really good hustle. Krista, how's it going? Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. Let's go. We are on the way to 27,000 tonight. It's a long way to go, but let's start by getting into the 30s. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe for us. Oh, Jay, I don't think they're cooked. They're looking good today. John, what's going on? Welcome in, buddy. Mr. Ben, how's it going? Paul, what's up? Welcome. Let's keep her going. Just about 5 minutes gone. Great pace to this start. Even with a Toronto penalty, they've really been moving their feet, and that's what we want to see. They're going to win this draw. Back to the line to Tanev. Just holds it in. Going to play this to the half boards. Down in the corner. Trying to dig this one here. Lawton, he's going to take a bump. Holmberg trying to draw it out in front. He can't. This is going to come to the sideboards again. Tanev thought about pinching up. Now he backs up. Greer going to dump it in. Godoyevich going in. Behind the net. Big hit. Lorenz going to pick up the puck. Plays it ahead. Toronto chipping it down. Go, laddie, go. And he can't get there before Kulikov, and that's going to be an icing call. I am doing fantastic, John. Thank you very much. Florida is a 7-13 all-time record in Game 4s. Not that we pay attention to any numbers, because the history does not dictate the future. It does not dictate the present. But it's always good to know. We take comfort. We take comfort in knowing that Florida has a 7-13 record in Game 4s. Adrian, how's it going? Welcome in. Here's a blast right off the point. Florida putting that one in the corner. Comes out in front, another shot. Rebound, another shot. Joseph Wall can't buy time to get back on his feet as Florida opens it up and sending a couple towards the net. Barkov playing this one back. Panthers hanging on to it. Exactly, Travis, exactly. Crime Dog, what's going on? Welcome in. Florida hitting that red line, going to dump it in. This is going to curl around behind. Benny trying to get it to Ekman Larsson. He misses it. Florida going to hold this one in. Behind the net, Benoit. He gets hit again. Matthews is there, taking on Rodriguez. Matthews takes it away. Great job by Matthews. Stick handling in a phone booth. Getting this one up to Marner. Up to Bobby McMahon. He gets run down. Florida back up with the puck. Long pass. Reinhart sending this one in. Carlo tried to tip it out of the air. He can't. He's going to go in the corner and pick it up. Toronto starting to work it across. Domi. Long pass trying to hit Yarncroc, and it's tipped up and into the Florida bench. Very, very quick start here. Quick pace. And everybody has their head on a swivel. Florida coming close, trying to go up and over the glove. Really moving. They're going to go to commercial break. Lori, how's it going? Welcome in, Lori. Good to see ya. Tank, I wish I could. Amy, Damien, thank you both for the follows. Thank you all so much. Great pacing here. Allie, how's it going? Welcome in. This is unbelievable. By the Jays from the Rogers Center Rockies. Thank you, Gene, for hitting that follow by the Rockies. Oh, that's funny. Holy, what a great start. This is what we need to see. Leafs are moving their feet. Keep the feet going. You know, something they did at times in the last game, but when they stopped skating, they ran into problems. So really happy with the first kind of 6.5 minutes here out of the gate. Hustling, getting the feet going. It is amazing. No score yet, 0-0, 13.5 to go here in period number 1. Dave, what's going on? Welcome in. Good night. How's it going? Welcome. Yeah, whatever it'll be, whatever it will be. Paul, welcome back. Listen, I hope Toronto goes up 3-1. I really hope they do. But if Florida ties this one up, if they tie the series at 2s, that's what playoff hockey is all about. Radar, how's it going? Good to see ya. Sir Guy, what's going on? Leafs 0-6 at Panthers. Are they really 0-6? Claude, what's going on? Welcome in. And again, Amerant Arena is a loud place to play. These fans are unbelievable. Billy, welcome in. They do a really, really good job in Florida here. They really bring it. So a couple of blocks, a couple of shots, pucks are moving. Both teams off to a really, really nice start here. They do. They do, yes, indeed. And, you know, again, we're seeing a lot of cross checks, which is to be expected by both teams. 71 hits taken from Tanev now in these playoffs. He's been hit the most of anybody. 71 hits. Kid is like a Timex watch. Takes a licking and keeps on ticking. Off the draw, Toronto going to win this one. Bringing it over to Carlo. He's going to dump this one in. Leafs forecheck on the move. Katz Kulikov with it in the corner. Eludes one hit. And here they come up the middle. Yarncroc racing back. Bennett going to dump this one in. Down in the corner, Verhaeghe takes it. Can't get it past Carlo. Riley forwarding it around the boards. Kulikov holds it in. Here's a shot. This one goes high and wide. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. In the corner, a little press. Domi going to get it to Lawton. He's going to flip it off the boards. Yarncroc racing. He can't get there. Comes to Lawton, though. Lawton over the line, leaves it for Domi. Domi quickly shovels it in the corner. Lawton going to go in there first. He's going to take a big hit by Kulikov. Lawton is pretty much over the back of Kulikov. Tried to center it in front, can't do it. Nice effort here by Lawton. Leafs going to keep it in. They're going to switch it up. Top line comes on. Marner throws a hit in the corner. He steals it. And he threw it back for Matthews just out of his reach. Wayne, what's going on? Stolarz is still concussed. That's right. Side of the net. Trying to get it over to Barkov. Marner in the front. Marner grabbed a hold of Mikola, let go real quickly when he realized it, but yikes, don't want to take another penalty. Froggy, what's going on? Chuck, welcome in. Here's another shot. That's going wide. In front, Toronto gets knocked down. Tanev just getting dragged all over the place, and the Florida Panthers crowd is loving every minute of it. Backing it up. Panthers in their own zone. The crowd continues to escalate. Mikola's going to hammer this one in. Down around at the sideboards. Benoit going to pick this one up. Plays it in front of the net. Leafs going to shovel it back around. Now they're going to go up the boards. Leafs worked at morning skate today about picking pucks up along the boards. Something they have had a little bit of challenges doing is Florida sends this one all the way down the ice. It's going to be an icing call. But as Toronto struggled picking pucks up off the boards, you know, getting that blade in there and just pulling it off, they spent time doing it. And I think it was McCabe said they do spend time working on that throughout the year. But because Florida uses the boards as much as they do, they wanted to make sure to get some extra touches in about pulling that one off. So we'll see. It looked like they struggled there again, pulling that puck off. So we'll see how that continues all throughout the game. Kachuk in to take this draw against, is that Tavares? Yes, it is. Lundell, excuse me, and Tavares in to take this draw. Scramble. Florida going to come away with it. Ekblad. He's going to get bumped by Pacioretty. He goes down. Tavares in the corner now. JT trying to get it to Pacioretty. Pacioretty to Nylander. Nylander shovels it in the slot. Nobody there. Florida going to bring it back the other way. Lundell dumping this one in right on Wall. Wall is going to hang on to it as the snow jobs come, and that tidal wave of snow just coats over them. And the referees, linesmen, going to make sure to just separate everybody. No funny business after these stoppages. All right, thank you for hitting that subscribe. Let's go. Let's get into the 930s. Smash that subscribe for us and keep those likes going. And thank you all so much. Good start. 4 wins in the last 5 games for Joey Wall. He's settled down. He's looking really good here in the early moments. With one player on your back. Right, Rick? So Lawton in to take this draw. He's going to win this one back, and Toronto going to get it to the line. Schmidt holds it in. Great job by Schmidt at the line. Schmidt is fitting real nicely. Here's another shot deflection. That one goes wide. Down in the corner, Lorentz with a bump. Florida has it. Going around for Nossi. Carlo up on him. He goes down. Greer going to come in. Back to Schmidt. Schmidt going across. Here's a long shot. That's going to hit wall and go to the corner. Greer back on it. Riley trying to take it away. Comes loose for Carlo. Toronto starting to lose some of these battles here. Florida just seems to be getting the puck quicker. Dan, who's it going? Matt Murray is the backup tonight. And that's going to be an offside at the Leafs line. So Matt Murray is the backup tonight. I don't think we want to go to the backup tonight. We do not want to go to the backup tonight. But some good hard-hitting action. I mean, these guys are flying here early already. I mean, we're halfway, just about halfway through this period. 8 hits for each team already. 16 hits in this game, and we're just 10 minutes in. Off the draw, Toronto going to pick this one up. One hand by Bobby McMahon. He sends it down the ice. Jones back to pick it up. McMahon going to bump him into the boards. Leafs can't come away with the puck. Tkachuk, he takes a big hit there. And Toronto, again, they can't get possession. And Bobby McMahon just runs over a Florida Panther at the blue line. Carter Verhaeghe gets knocked around, and that's going to draw a crowd. Billy, how's it going? Welcome in. I don't think the Leafs are getting dominated. Bobby McMahon going to the box. Got to pick your spots. He runs over Verhaeghe, catches him from the blind side. So they call it, it's interesting they call this boarding, but in the last game when Florida left their feet, Verhaeghe left, or Rodriguez left his feet to hit John Tavares in the head, there was no penalty at all. So Florida going to go back to the power play. Right now, Leafs are at 66% in the faceoff circle. To the side, Florida going to play them up. So Crime Dog, I would argue it's not a clean hit based on the definition of a hit. But the way this playoffs have been going, it was a clean hit. Here's Barkov with a shot. That's going to go wide. Side of the net. But I agree. Blindside hit like that, I don't like it. This coming around down in the corner. 1:33 to go. Jones going to work it ahead. He's going to spin back. Here comes Reinhart. Reinhart on the move. In round 2, Travis, see that I would take. I heard that you're the backup tonight. Yeah, that's right, JDA. If they need a backup, I got to hop on a flight real quick as Benoit just comes in and knocks the Florida into next Tuesday. Holy smokes. James, what's going on? Welcome in. Big hit there by Benoit. And Billy, that's your opinion. Schmidt going to turn around. Haters going to hate. Mad Jack, what's going on? Panthers bringing this one in. Tipped in the corner. Bennett going after it. Comes around on the far side. Trying to be picked up here by Lorentz. Getting it to the line. Schmidt again holds this one in. Schmidt doing a really good job. 45 seconds to go on the power play. Schmidt misses his pass to Marchand. Marchand picking this one back up. Schmidt again with a blast. Wall off the blocker. It's going to come past the line and out. Panthers have to back it up. Cam, how's it going? Welcome in. No, I disagree with you there, Billy. Yeah, a lot of guys are throwing a lot of big hits. Schmidt going to hold this one in at the line again. Bennett coming in. Bennett with a nifty move. Bennett cutting towards the middle. Nice defensive play there. Carlos sweeping that puck away. Florida at the line. Ekblad putting it up, working it around. Here's a shot. That one's blocked. Back to the point. Tanev another block. Ekblad with it. 5 seconds to go in the power play. Faye, what's going on? Welcome in. Florida to Schmidt. Schmidt. He's going to go to Ekblad. In the middle, a shot. Great save by Wall. Great Scott. He came across and made a spectacular stop. Joey Wall. And that's going to kill it off. Power play is done. We are back to 5-on-5 hockey. What a save. You've got to be kidding me. Murray's a great backup. 2 cups. I agree. He has the pedigree to be a good backup, but gosh, he makes me nervous. Real nervous. What a save by Joseph Wall. That was redonkulous. First of all, big clean hit by Bennett on Reinhart. Reinhart just gets blasted. Dan, what's going on? Steven, welcome in. In this one, Rodriguez puts the puck right to the open net, and here comes Joey Wall in the full splits, post to post, to keep this one out. Mark, what's going on? Welcome in. Face off in the Panther zone. 8 minutes to go in the first period. Off the draw, Florida going to bring this one out. Toronto going to knock it down, playing it back in the neutral zone. There's a Toronto player who got hit and held. It was Nylander in the Panther bench. So Nylander ends up in the Panther bench door. Theo, Sam Eagle, what's going on? So he was going towards the door. Nylander throws a hit. The door opens and Lundell pushes Nylander through the Florida Panther door. So Nylander standing on the Panthers bench. That was really funny. Big Willie, you know, he goes to throw a hit. And listen, it's not every day Nylander goes to throw a hit. But he throws a hit and kind of the bounce back, he goes into the boards and the door swung open. That actually could be really, really dangerous. We've seen some players really seriously injured when that door comes open. But he stepped up on the bench. Lundell shoves him on the bench. And he kind of stood there for a moment and kind of said, this isn't the right place, and hopped back off. Deanna, what's going on? Welcome in. Love my Leafs. Yes, indeed. John, it was a pretty good day. Thank you so much for asking. All right, welcome in, everybody. If you're just coming in, if you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, give that like a click. Give it a clickety click click, and let's get those subscribes going. We are here almost every single day. We're trying to get to 27K. We are 72 subs away. We need your help. Hit that subscribe. This kid Nye is the real deal. Yes, indeed. I agree with you there, Billy. He is going to get paid. He's going to get paid big time. Big time. I'm excited to see what he's going to get. Trespassing a penalty. Could you imagine, Rod? That's so funny. Sam, what team do you think have better stick handling? You know what, Krista, when it comes down, Daenerys, what's going on? I think Toronto are better puck handlers. I really do. There's some good ones, like Barkov is really, really good. Reinhardt is really good. But I think that skill, the handling, goes to Toronto, in my opinion. I really do believe that. All right, back from commercial break. We need Matthews to pick it up. We need him to get going. Playoff struggles going back to 2023 in 19 games. He only's got 3 goals. We need more from Matthews. He's playing well defensively, but it's time for him to find the back of the net and start finding it in a whole lot of fashion. RB concert, think Rima taking place. Oh, interesting, Jonathan. Best stick handlers of the goalies. I wouldn't disagree. Here's Tavares coming in. Tavares, he's going to cycle it back to the line. Leafs in the corner. Pacioretty with this one. Pacioretty, one hand on the stick. Fighting in the corner. Nylander comes in. He throws a little bit of a bump. Florida going to come away with this puck. Here come the Panthers. A little flip down the middle. Takes a funny bounce. Turns around. Puck is really bouncing around. Rodriguez comes up with it. Ekman-Larsson stepping up. He's going to play it in the corner. Riley on Barkov. This is going to come to the line. And now it comes out. Forsling going to sit down. He's going to send this one in. Right around the corner. Riley getting it up. Florida going to keep this one in. Here's a long shot. Nice save again by Wall. Florida sitting it around behind the net. Riley lets it go. Nye's going to put his man into the boards. Tavares comes over. Takes a little bit of a swipe at it. Toronto trying to get this one out. Right now they're having trouble. Nice job, Matty Nyes. Nyes is going to flip this one past Jones. He's going to race down. Mikola's going in the corner. Nyes up on him. He throws a bump. Matthews comes in. Toronto going to hold the line. Hold the line again. Here's a long shot. Cross ice pass. Matthews shoots right into the glove. And a big cross check as Mikola comes flying at Matthews. And Matthews lays the lumper on him. Says, don't come and hit me after the whistle. Matthews, wow. But a great save by Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky coming over with a great stop. Matthews wide open. The problem is he didn't shoot this puck right away. If Matthews shoots this puck right away, he has a goal. But instead, he stops it, he waits a beat, and then he shoots, and he gives Bobrovsky enough time to come across. Jeff, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. Thanks for being here. Let's do this. 6:45 to go. Who's putting us into the 930s? Hit that subscribe. Off the draw. Quick shot by Marner. That one goes wide. Benoit coming over. He's going to keep this one in. Down at the side of the net. Kulikov going to take a bump. Trying to get this one through. Florida going to pick it up. They're going to work it up to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe. He's going to carry Verhaeghe over the line. He dumps this one in. Around on the far side. Benoit, a little bump there on Matty Tkachuk. Comes in the middle. It's taken away by Matthews again. And a penalty Another Leafs penalty. Are you kidding me? 3 in a row. 3 in a row, and this time looks like Matthew Nyes is going to the box. Gosh. So Matthew Nyes going to get called for a hook. So Matthew Nyes, but stick wasn't between his legs, it was under his arm. But nonetheless, it's a hook, and Matthew Nyes is going. So we got a high sticking call, a boarding call, and now a hooking call. All 3 in a row versus Toronto. Need to stop taking penalties with Spencer. I think the referee needs to realize there's 2 teams because Florida's doing the exact same things. Francis Chiron and Gord Dwyer, the referees tonight. They are not off to a good start. Off the draw, Leafs going to pick up this puck. Whistles are out tonight. On one side of the ice anyways, Andrew. Peter, how's it going? Welcome in. Florida back to behind their own net. There's only so many times you can take a penalty without giving up a power play goal. 6 minutes to go in the first period. Tkachuk going to bring this one in. Down in the corner, there's a hook. Reinhardt on Tanev, right in front of the referee. No call. This coming all the way down the ice. Toronto clears. Good job there. Here's Jones. Jones on the move. He's going to drop this one back. Picked up. Florida, Reinhardt working this across. Up to Barkov. Barkov in. Marner water skiing behind Barkov. They're going to play this up back to the line. Jones bobbles it. He's now going to flip this back over to Verhaeghe in the corner. Tkachuk spinning this one around all the way around down to the point. Kulikov keeps this one in front. Carlo breaks it up. Matthews trying to flip it out. He can't now. Yes, it's going to roll out. That's right, Troy. Just shake it off. Shake it off. And Matthews going to steal again. He's going to put this one all the way down the ice. 5 minutes to go here in period number 1. The Maple Leafs' 3rd penalty of this game. Rhino, how's it going? Welcome in. 93, what's up? Welcome in. Over the line, Panthers going to flip this one down in the corner. Bennett watches it go by. Marchand going to keep this one in. Back up to Bennett. Bennett going to spin around the other way. Quick shot, looked out, kicked right on towards the net. Florida coming in, over to Marchand. He's going to shoot. That one is blocked. Wall still down. Wall looking around for it. Living the dream. Over to Schmidt. Schmidt again, 13 seconds to go on the power play. Marchand, back to Schmidt. Schmidt, cross ice. Here's a long shot right into the trapper of Joey Wall, and Rodriguez is going to be escorted out from the front of the net. 5 seconds left to go on the power play. That's right, Daniel, that's right. So Tanev coming over, tried to clear this one. He took a whack, but the Leafs were able to move this around. So 5 seconds to go on the power play, 4:27 to go here in period number 1. Coming up at intermission, we'll go down all the stats. We'll break everything down. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. One away now from 9:30. Crystal, what's going on? Total opposite. There you go. Exactly. David, what's going on? Oh boy. Oh boy, David. Off the draw. This is going to be hammered to the line. It's going to go up and out of play. And they're wanting a delay of game penalty. Florida's saying this one clear. Ekman Larson is pointing. Mega, what's going on? So they're going to conference here. They're going to conference. Let's see what the call is going to be. If this is going to be another penalty against the Leafs. They spent the whole period in the box. So let's see. I can't tell. Nope, this looks like it's clean out. This is going to be another penalty. This is going to be another penalty. Yeah, Billy, he really is. Really is. This is going to be a delay game penalty for Toronto. Waiting for the announcement.
Toronto penalty 95, 2 minutes delay of game. I think it's the right call, though. It didn't look like it hit anything.
4 penalties for Toronto. They oh my God. 4 penalties for the Maple Leafs. They played half the period in the box. 4 penalties. Now that one, there's nothing you could do. The other 3 were all questionable. Nothing you could do about this one. He goes to clear it off the glass, misses the glass, and it's clean out. Nothing you could do about it. So they show this in slow motion. It was clean out. There it is, 9:30. Thank you very much. Off the draw, back to the line. Coming across. Here's a blast from the point. It's going to be blocked. Down in the corner, Jones at 89. Here they come, back door, and they score. Wow. The good news is that goal came after the first power play expired. So Ekman Larson will come out of the box. It took 4 power plays to get one, but the Florida Panthers are now 1 for 4 with a power play goal. And no chance for Joseph Woll. He made the first save. Reinhart in front of the net. This pass comes back door to Carter Verhaeghe, and he absolutely buries it. So a great goal, no chance for Joseph Woll. 1-0 Florida Panthers. It'll be a power play goal. 4:15 to go. Maybe now Toronto can stay out of the box. Maple Leafs have only had 4 shots on net. So ready to go. Let's do it. Ryan, it seems that way. Gonna win this one back. Carlo gonna put it across. Toronto up along the boards, banking it out for Domi. Domi between the legs, up to Holmberg. Holmberg gonna elude a hit. Holmberg coming in. He goes across to Carlo. That's broken up. Side of the net in front, and the Panthers gonna pick it up. They're gonna work this one through. Yami, how's it going? Sinrath, welcome in. Here come the Cats again. Florida to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe coming around behind the net. He's gonna be bumped by Carlo. Holmberg going in the corner. Florida's gonna win that battle. Here's a long shot. Deflection right back to the corner. Holmberg, you gotta move it, buddy. Toronto gonna get this to the line. It's gonna come out. And the Florida Panthers dump it right back in. Waller's gonna slow it down. Toronto can finally slow it down behind the net. Here comes Riley. Riley taking a look both ways. Looking left, looking right. Riley's set to go. Let's go, 3:20 to go. Riley is not moving anywhere. Somebody get open for him. Now he's gonna go down on the far side, up to Nylander. Nylander right back up in front of his own net to Carlo. Long pass gonna be tipped into the Panther zone. Reinhart going back to get it. He's gonna curl behind his net. Pacioretty up on him. Spin pass over to Ekblad. Ekblad is going to get hit by Tavares. Tavares trying to steal. Nylander came in. The puck rolls right on Barkov, and he's going to stop it and hang on to it. Did Wes McCauley have a note in the dressing room? Right, Spencer? That's funny. Verhaeghe puts the Cats up 1-0. They're going to commercial break. Nicholas, how's it going? Welcome in. But I want a good game. We'd like to see a good game, right? We'd like to see a good game. It's not so hard, right? Make it a good game. And it looks like, why do they have that Florida Panther goal assigned to Seth Jones? It was clearly Verhaeghe who put it in. But we'll see. I'm sure that will be updated. There we go. Scoreboard is updated. The widgets are a little slow. They take their time. Jackson, how's it going? Welcome in. One Sunman, that's right. 1-0. 1-0. Thank you, Penzoner. Thank you for that gift. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Again, welcome in, everybody. My responses will be slightly delayed over here because I'm looking up here at the game. But thank you so much. I appreciate y'all hanging around and listening along. This is crazy. Oh, Jackson, you're very welcome. You are very welcome. Holy smokes. Mr. Buck, what's going on? I went off to a Florida stick. What a... Yeah, Wayne. Hey, it happens. It happens. I got a question. Is Florida looking good, or is Toronto looking not the best version? It's not that they're looking good. Toronto's been in the box. They've had 4 penalties. So they haven't really gotten in their flow of the game yet. But hopefully they'll get it up and running. Hopefully they'll get back to go. And they got to stay out of the box, right? They have to stay out of the box. It's super important. If you keep taking penalty after penalty after penalty, it's not going to happen. Randy, thank you. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, they're coming back from commercial break. Toronto's look good. Yeah, exactly, Cam. Considering the circumstances. Peter, what's going on? Welcome in. Let's go. Thank you for those subscribes. We're working through the 930s. Todd, what's shaking? Off the draw. This is going to be flipped up by the Panthers. Down into the Leafs side of the ice. Carlo lets it go by him. Riley trying to cut this one off. He's going to play it around. Riley going to try now back the other side. Ekman Larsson going to go in this corner. He's going to flip this one up. Down to Nylander. Nylander can't stop it. Puck is bouncing. Tavares gets rocked. Where's the interference? So John Tavares is waiting. He gets hit. No interference call. He didn't have the puck. He-Man's dad, what's going on? Welcome in. So this is exactly what I mean. There are calls that could be made here, but they're not making them. So pretty crazy. They blow it down as offside. Should have been an interference penalty. You can't hit somebody who doesn't have the puck. 4 penalties for Toronto. Florida 1-0 on the scoreboard. Marchand and Nyes kind of going back and forth about it. Nyes is about double the size of Marchand. Marchand kind of leaning on Nyes a little bit. Tanev going to hammer this one on the boards, coming around on the side. Trying to pick this one up is Matthews, back to the point. Here's a long shot deflected. That one goes just wide. They came close. Carey called the Zebras. He gave them the instructions. Toronto back with it. 2:15 to go in the first period. Leafs get stopped at the line. Marner couldn't bring it in. And Florida dumping this one down in the corner. Tanev back to pick it up, getting it ahead. Florida putting it right back in. Toronto has to regroup. They got to settle things down right now. Here's McCabe putting it over to Tanev. Up to Yarncroc. Yarncroc moving it forward. Too far for Lawton. Lawton, though, chasing in on Bennett. And the Panthers going to move it up to Matt Tkachuk. He's going to bring it in over the line. He's going to spin around, being watched by Yarncroc. Sends it down low. He comes to the side of the net. Played in front, Lawton. What are you doing? Here's Benoit. Benny going to play it up to Lawton now. Lawton can't control it. Panthers take it away from him. Verhaeghe up over the line. Verhaeghe flipping this one towards the net. That goes just wide. Comes over to Benoit. Little bounce pass over to Lawton. Right now, Florida is eating these matchups alive. They're putting this top line against the Leafs' bottom line, and bottom line is just getting outbeat everywhere. This around the side. Nylander and Tavares coming on now. Florida working it up. Going to be dumped in. Reinhart going in the corner. He takes a little bit of a bump. Tavares, he can't get it. Puck comes over to Nylander. Nylander going to turn around and look to work at Ekman Larsson. Back up. Last minute of play in this period, and they cannot hit it. And here's a breakaway. Reinhart shooting. That's going to go wide. Holy smokes. Brad Marchand, 5'9", 180. He's only 183? Wow. Here's a big hit coming in. Big cross-ice pass. Panthers keeping this one in. Another blast from the point. That's going to be stopped. 99 miles an hour. Forsling with that blast. Herman, how's it going? Welcome in. Along the side of the boards. Ekman Larsson battling. Pacioretty battling. Forsling comes away with the puck. Forsling going to rotate this one down low in the corner. Trying to dig it free. It's going to be put out. Hey, Melanie, what's going on? Splash, what's going on? Welcome in. This comes all the way down. Nick, how's it going? Yeah, pretty much, Nick. Pretty much. Ekblad starting to work. He looks at the clock. Going to bring this one in. 5 seconds to go. Lundell's shot. That's going to go just wide. Back around. The horn is going to go. We have a big collision right at the buzzer. As Holmberg and was that Lundell both went down in the corner. The buzzer's going to go. First period is done. My goodness. Let's go to the intermission. DS, it was not a good first period. Thank you. I don't know what happened there. The microphone went dead. We fixed it. 15 shots for the Florida Panthers, 4 for the Maple Leafs. Only 4 shots, and that's because they only played, half the period. The rest of it was played in the penalty box. 18 hits for Toronto, 17 hits for the Panthers. That's okay. We'll take that. 13 faceoffs won by the Maple Leafs, only 6 for the Panthers. That's a heck of a job. 68%. We'll take that one all day long. 5-4 the giveaways. Oh, 5-5. They just had another giveaway to Toronto. Only 5 giveaways in the first, and that's because they didn't have enough time to give the puck away. Jeannie, how's it going? Welcome in. Dub, welcome in. Nothing to do with the full, let's see, shots 15-4, nothing to do with the full period of Florida power play. Yeah, holy smokes. Taking a look here, 7-2 block shots. That was all right. Leafs are blocking some shots, but yikes, it is crazy. Leafs gotta step up. 18 hits, we'll take that. 18 hits, doing all good. Everything, they're hitting. They just got to stay out of the box. And this is something we talked about all the time. Your goal scorer was Carter Verhaeghe on the power play from Tkachuk and Barkov. When you take a look in the penalties, Domi for high sticking, it was a good call. Domi, he went to step around him, brought the stick around, clipped him. Good call. Bobby McMahon boarding against Verhaeghe. Don't like this call. Some of the hits that we've been seeing all playoffs long have been far worse than this. Did not get called, but I get it. Listen, it was a little bit of a blindsided hit. Sure. Matty Nyes, the hooking against Verhaeghe. Don't like that call. Randy, thank you for hitting that subscribe. Appreciate it. Welcome in. And then, of course, the Ekman-Larsson, nothing you can do with that. It's puck was clear off the boards or up over the boards, over the glass, and it was clean. So that's penalty all day long. All right, we got our last 5 packs of hockey cards. Then this box is done. We're going to crack these open so we can put them away. Billy, you've got you're on one today. You really have it against this team. Let's see if we get a big hit here. Nothing in the first pack. We're just going to look for the big hits. The horrendous and embarrassing for the refs. Weak calls in Toronto. No calls to the Panther. So, Randy, we had a box of the Tim Hortons Upper Deck cards. So I don't think they're horrendous calls. I mean, penalties are penalties. So I don't think they're horrendous calls. My issue is the calls that are being called today have not been being called all playoffs. It's no excuse. You still have to be able to control yourself. And it's just something they're not doing. Thank you for hitting those shares. I appreciate it. Lazy and sloppy. JJ, that's, they are certainly playing sloppy. And it's tough, right? It's tough as fans of the game. You want to see things called properly, and you want to see them play properly. What's up, Jeff? If you get Connor McDavid, keep him. McDavid, listen, McDavid has looked really, really good in this series so far. Ooh, I think I got the one I needed. Need number 8. I think that's one we need. Can you reach me the binder? I'm gonna check this. We're gonna see if we need this one. This could be the last one we need. Of course, Tim Hortons. We got the full binder, so we've been putting our cards in here. So I just want to check, and it is. There we go. The last one we needed. Hallelujah. So we got the last insert we needed. So we have a full base set. We got the full base set, and of all the insert sets, because it gives you a big checklist inside too, which is nice. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 insert sets. So we have a full base set, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 full insert sets. So coming along nicely. There we go. The other 2 insert sets that we do not have the full sets of, those are the extremely, extremely rare cards. We do have a couple of those. All right. Refs clearly are angry about not being with their mothers today because they are not having a great game at all. All right. So, what we're going to do, we're going to put some of these aside. And if we hit 27,000 subscribers today, we're going to give some of these away. We're going to do a couple giveaways for some of these cards. So let's pick out, we're going to throw a Draisaitl in here. We're going to throw a Stevie Yzerman in there. We're going to go an Austin Matthews in there. And we'll throw a Marie-Philippe Poulin, one of the best female players in there. And then we'll go, let's see. We're going to throw a bunch of these, make some mystery packs here. We're going to throw a Luke Hughes insert in there. I like Luke Hughes a lot. And one more. Let's go. Who we got? Let's go. You know what he's playing tonight? We'll throw a Brad Marchand in there. Why not? So that will be the first little pack we're going to put together here. We're going to ship this out. Should we hit 27K tonight, we got a Luke Hughes, Strides, and then we got a Marie-Philippe Poulin, Austin Matthews, Steve Yzerman, Leon Draisaitl, Brad Marchand. So we got a little mystery pack here. We will be sending that out to somebody. All right, Mr. Sino, what's going on? Welcome in. I met Scott Walker in person. Oh, that's cool, Randy. Let's see here. Yzerman, love Yzerman. Yzerman is the best. Can I get a Samuel B card? One day. Do you ever go to any of the Toronto home games? Billy, I've gone to a couple. Yeah, I go to a couple every year. During the playoffs, So I've had a couple chances to go this year. I've elected to send other people instead so we can stay here and stream for everybody. But should the Leafs move on, I've obviously never seen them play in the third round. So if they do, if I get a chance to go to a third round game or a fourth round game, I will probably do that. Usually when we go to the game, we do stream from the stadium. We'll do a pregame. We'll bring you the warm-ups and anthems and everything. And then we do have to switch it off when they go live. He-Man's dad, I'd have to look into that and see what it would be to send them to Australia. I have no idea if they would make it there or not, to be honest. No, Leafs should trade Wall or no. No, so they just signed him to an extension. So Wall's going to be here for a while. He's going to be here for a little while. And he's not bad. He's not bad at all. My girlfriend and I just went to the game February 5th. Toronto, they won. Oh, Amanda, that's awesome. Amanda, that means you have to go back. You have to go to game 5. You're the good luck charm. The one and only, yes, way too many penalties. King Derek, what's going on? Brody, how's it going? Welcome in. You should be talking about the refs, especially after game 3. Yeah, we've talked. You should not be talking about the refs. Why should I not be talking about the refs? So it's not that I disagree with the calls. Like I said, hey, XZ Pack, what's going on? The calls were legit calls. The penalties the Leafs took were penalties, right? They were penalties. You can't argue they're not penalties. But the way the games have been being called, that's what drives me nuts. And we saw this, and here's a perfect example. And I hate to compare regular season to playoffs, but for those that are watching the Oilers series, Trent Frederick took a cross check just under the nose the other day, right? Boom, right in the face. The guilty party, Nicholas Waugh, who scored a goal last night, by the way, as well, had a very big game for the Knights. He was the guilty party. Dave, what's going on? Now, he received a $7,000 fine for cross-checking Trent Frederick in the face. In the regular season, Connor McDavid cross-checked a guy in the face, and he got, was it 4 games? He got 4 or 5 games. So all throughout the season, the headshots, the cross-checks to the face, the punches in the head, the elbows to the head were being called. Guys were getting suspended. All of a sudden come playoffs, and well, it's playoff hockey. That's not the answer. All of a sudden come playoffs, that stuff is fair game. We see Stolarz get taken out with a shot to the head, right? No penalty, no suspension, no disciplinary action. Zach Hyman got turned around by the Golden Knight player. He got spun around and pushed into Adin Hill, right? Bumped Adin Hill. Adin Hill's helmet came off way too quick, which I don't understand how the helmet came off forward when he got hit, turn around going backwards. But Zach Hyman gets a penalty. So there's no consistency whatsoever game to game to game. And I understand every ref has their own style, and every ref calls their own thing. But there's a rule book for a reason. And to say it's playoff hockey, to me, that's not an answer. If you're going to call something in game 1, then it's a penalty in game 2. It should be a penalty in game 7. If you call a penalty in round 1, it needs to be a penalty in round 4. You need to be consistent. These guys are coming in every single game. They don't know what's a penalty and what's not a penalty. The Domi call could have been said he was falling through. Nah, Fred, that wasn't follow through. What he did is he didn't even get the puck. He was trying to step around Tkachuk. He was lifting his stick over to put his stick on the other side of him to get the puck. And when he brought the stick over, he clipped him. So it wasn't that he was shooting. Definitely wasn't a follow through. And again, that's a legit penalty. You have to call that. The call on Bobby McMahon, the boarding, questionable. In the regular season, I would call that a penalty. In the playoffs, they've let that and far worse go. So how do you call that? You know, the hooking call, it's a hooking call. He got the stick in under his arm and was hooking him. Again, it's a penalty. But compared to what they're letting go, you know, it's great. I mean, this goes back, and it's not just on Toronto. Don't get me wrong. I don't want all the haters to say, stop crying. The Leafs are losing, so you're mad at the referees. No, it goes to the Florida Panthers, too. How does Rodriguez get an embellishment call when he gets plastered up against the boards? You know, how on earth was that an embellishment call? They've just been so bad. So bad. Retro, what's going on? Cross-check to the face on Caulfield was disgusting. In a one-goal game. Yes, exactly, Retro. Exactly. I heard this ref is always on to the Leaf before the game. Beat him again. Yeah, you know, it's not just the Leafs. It's every team. It's every team. Hey, that's okay, women's gift. No offense taken. No offense taken. You're allowed to cheer for whichever team you like, bud. It's all good. So all we want is consistency. Consistency. That's it. That's it. Doesn't matter what you do for work, whatever your job is, you want to have a consistent performance. Sure, you want to be the top level. You want to put out the best quality of work, but you know, some days it's hard to do that. But you just want to be consistent. You want to make sure your work is in a good place. Well, that's why, you know, there needs to be some rules and regulations put in place to ensure the refs do the right things. Like we've talked about it before, head ref coming out and meeting with the media, talking with the media. You know, that would be very important. Having the NHL, you don't want to put your referees in front of the media, then have a NHL representative come out, have a meeting with the officials after the game. After your both coaches talk to the media, that representative goes in front and explains everything, all the questionable calls that went down. You know, when Toronto gets involved, when there's a review, Toronto usually, or the NHL usually puts out on Twitter what the reason was in the rule. And Elliot Friedman is really good at doing this too. He will actually put the exact bullet of the NHL rule in with, you know, the explanation. So the NHL, the call was this, the NHL said this, the rule that applies is this. So then you can go up and look at the rule in the subsection of that rule. And, you know, there are some funky situations, you know, there are some bizarro rules there. But again, if you're going to call something, just call it both ways. Just allow replay on penalties. So Dame, you know, I've thought about that a lot. Wouldn't it be great? The problem is, though, it's not so much just on what they're calling. To review it and say that wasn't a penalty, you know, they've done that with high sticking, but I don't think you can have somebody watching and blowing the whistle, calling down to the rink for everything that's missed, right? It's that judgment call that's the problem. Sometimes the referees say it's a penalty, sometimes it's not a penalty. So I don't think a replay to decide if it's a penalty or not is the right way to go. I just think we need to hold the officials accountable. They review penalty in junior, but they review it after it's called, right? It's not like, could you imagine being on the phone watching the game? And it's like, okay, call that high stick. Okay, that was a hit from behind. You know, you'd have a stoppage every 30 seconds. Like literally every shift, you could call a handful of cross checks. You could call a handful of hooks. So there has to be what it is, right? So some referees, you know, what I've heard they say is if it interferes or it stops a goal scoring opportunity, it's a penalty. I agree with that. If somebody does something and it prevents a goal scoring opportunity because of an illegal play, should be a penalty. But that should start from the beginning of the play, right? If you're just breaking out of your own zone, How do you know that play isn't going to be a goal-scoring opportunity when they're coming up through the neutral zone and they're interfered with? How do you know it's not going to be a goal-scoring opportunity when the forward dumps it in, he's racing to go around, and the defenseman is interfering and slowing up the player? See, in the dump and chase game, and why the dump and chase game has become so prevalent is because in the olden days, you would dump it in, and your defender would hold up your forward and block him, kind of pick him from going to the puck. You can't do that now. If you dump it in, you have to let that forward go get the puck. So we see all the time a little hand tug on the sweater, a little stick to kind of hook. That stuff should be called every time, and it never is. NHL needs a Canadian-American team in the finals. No, Dave, we tried, remember during the COVID years, we had the Canadian division, and then in the playoffs, it got all crossed over and went through. I hated it. I do not like having a individual Canadian division. I love it being mixed. It needs to be an all-inclusive league, meaning both countries, all the teams, everybody needs to have a chance. I don't want to see a Canadian division play because we only have a handful of Canadian teams. I don't want to see a couple Canadian teams play and then only one goes on in the championship. I want to have all of the teams have a fair shot. Hey, Kate, what's going on? Welcome in, Grant. Good to see you. Lisa, welcome in. Frank, what's up? Let's go. All right, such good conversation, such great comments. Thank you all so much. The Leafs to be Swedrock. Never. All right, let's get set to go. Skylar, what's going on? You like the Utah Mammoth name? I do as well. I think we all wanted it to be Yeti, but of course, due to the Yeti Cups, that's not going to be the case. But I'm okay with the Mammoths. All right, thanks for hanging out so much in the intermission. We are at 9:40. Let's go. Let's make our way to 9:50. We are 60 subscribers away from 27,000, which is amazing. Thank you. This community has been impressive and incredible. Let's keep it going. Second period action is coming up right now. Let's see how long it takes this Leaf team to get back in the game. Only 4 shots in the first period. 15 shots by the Panthers. Toronto's time is now. Let's see what they can do. Second periods have been their better period all season long. Let's see how they can show it. Play smart. That's right, Eminem. Play smart, play discipline. Leafs off the draw, going to put this one down. Matthews racing in. Lundell going to pick it up. He's going to bring this one around. Again, thank you, everyone on all platforms. Matthews putting it right back down. Marner going in. Marner with a hit in the corner. Nye's going to peel it away. Tries to get it to the point. Can't. Shovels it out. That's taken away, and the Panthers flip this one out of trouble. Tanev has got to back up, and he actually misplays it and puts it all the way down to the boards in the Leaf zone. Tanev going to look to carry this one up. Coming across to McCabe. McCabe right back over to Tanev. He's going to put it into Tavares just inside the line. Shovels it down. Pacioretty coming in with a hit. Patch digging in the corner here. Nylander waiting on the other side of the net for it. Now Nylander goes to the front of the net. Tavares and Pacioretty still digging. Comes out. Nylander comes over towards the boards. Patch up on this again, and it's moving forward. Nylander steps in with a hit. And here comes Reinhart. Up over the line. He throws it in, and Pacioretty kind of hauls him down. Riley picking up this puck. He tries to turn the corner. Passing it up the middle. It's knocked down. Long pass. Tavares can't get there. Nylander can't get there. Reinhart going to bring this one back, dumping it right in on Wall. He's going to hang on to it as some bumps coming in, some sticks coming in on Joey Wall as he hangs on to this one. Meadows, what's going on? Welcome in. I love the logo. Protect Sports. Should have the t-shirts next week. Oh, Wayne, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm very curious to see how it's going to look once it's printed and put on the hats and shirts and stuff. They did a really nice job. Paralife, what's going on, buddy? Welcome in. Brian, I don't know if I said hello, but hello. Welcome in everybody. Let's do it. 18:47. Period just getting going. You can see here the Panthers have been peppering shots from everywhere. Off the draw. Florida going to win this one. Matt Tkachuk with it. He passes it back. Verhaeghe can't control it. It is going to come out over the line. Now they misfire back. Yarncroc racing up on Schmidt. Yarncroc trying to press up on Schmidt. Here comes Lorentz as well. Schmidt's going to play it around. Little shoulder hit there by Lawton. In Florida, Kulikov going to dump this one in. All the way around behind the net. Benoit going to play it around. He's going to take a bump. Benny's still going with it. He's going to play it up the boards again. It comes out to Lorentz. Lorentz moving. Lawton trying to race over. Pass comes. Here's a quick shot. That one gets knocked down. Good effort here by this fourth line. Tkachuk putting it right back down in the corner. McCabe in here after it. He's going to spin it around to Tanev. Tanev in the middle. And again, this line not coming well. Oh, it comes up to Domi. Domi chasing in. McCabe pinching up. Domi didn't see him. Trying to hit Holmberg. He tried to take it in his skate and overplayed it. Breakaway pass. Godoyevich. Drop pass. Shooting. Great save by Wall. Kicking out that left leg. McMahon going to work this one up to the line. It comes out. Mikkola has to come back. He's going to pass it behind Jones. They bring it all the way back in their own zone. Mikkola being watched by Domi. Cat's going to dump it in. Riley chasing back. He's going to grab it. Taking a bump, but moves it up to McMahon. McMahon up the boards to Holmberg. Not far enough, though. In Florida, getting it out again. They're going to turn. McCabe misses it. Here's a long shot by Greer. Nice little stop. Another shot. And look out. My goodness, Domi, you brought it way too close to your open net. Just outside. Nosek trying to play it around. Ekblad going to dump this one in. Wall can't trap it. Riley up to McMahon. McMahon trying to work it out. Comes loose for Florida. Listerainen goes behind the net. Over on the fore side, Marchand playing this one back to the line. Holmberg trying to chip it out. They can't do it. Good puck movement along the boards again by Florida. This is what we talked about. Florida uses those boards well. Toronto's going to send this all the way down the ice, and that's going to be an icing call. Good start, but again, one shot for Toronto, 4 shots for Florida. And this shot by Lorentz, Koparovsky up high on the shoulder. So a nice shot there. Put it right up. Wall making some big saves, working across. Yeah, right, Mark? Surf Bomb, what's going on? Welcome. Domi in to take this draw. It's been on the ice a minute 25. These guys will be looking to switch as soon as they can. Off the draw, bringing it back. Hey, Justin, what's going on? Welcome. Florida keeping it in. Panthers still curling. Marchand going cross ice back to the line. Here's a shot that's going to get blocked and knocked down. Toronto can't clear again. Jones, he's going to lose the puck. Down in the corner. McMahon goes in with the hit. Keeping their sticks way too high. And again, Toronto is going to ice the puck. So they're going to bring this back. And again, they cannot change. So Toronto getting trapped on here. They're going to have to they're going to have to find a way out right now. Let's do this.
2 detectives, 1 island, and a sea of secrets ride the crime wave in St. Pierre.
Wow.
All episodes available for free on CBC Gem.
Bobby Mack, Max Domi, exhausted. Been on a long time here. Almost 2 minutes. Almost 2 minutes.
They've been able to change twice.
Hey, Phil, no, I'm in a lot of pain. I hurt my back, Phil, so I'm trying not to move. Florida coming around, little pass out in the high slot. Back to Kulikov. Panthers putting this one across. Hey, Ken, what's going on? Kulikov, long shot. That's going to sail high and over the net. McCabe with a huge thunderous hit behind the net. Florida still with this one, working it around. Nye trying to get it out. He can't do it. Barkov back to the point. Barkey sending this one back around. Florida cycling. Florida still going. Hey, Glenn, what's going on? They come across. This is going to go high and out. Spencer doing a bunch of gardening. I had to go fill up the garden beds with the soil. So it's just lifting and moving all the bags and bags of dirt and doing all the gardening stuff to get it set the other day. So woke up this morning, could barely get out of bed. But it happens for a good cause, though. For a good cause. Had to get it taken care of. I got the brother of the massage therapist on the phone. Dallas. I'll check my schedule. Yeah, I've had the heat and the ice going. Gotta love those heating pads. Off the draw. Leafs gonna win this one. They're gonna bring it forward. Nyes is breaking. Pass coming through. Can't get it to him. This all the way down around in the corner. Rob knows me so well. Guy in the corner walking to his seats trying not to spill his beer. That's funny. Florida in here working. Matthews coming in down to one knee. Comes to the front of the net. Florida continues to press. Another shot. Matthews going to chip it up to Nyes. Nyes, a little stick lift, but he's able to get it all the way down. Marner coming in. Bobrovsky plays this one through. Greeny, what's going on? Welcome in. This comes back. Benoit with it. He's going to hold up. Now he's going to move it forward. Nice. Bringing it in. Over to Marner. Marner sending this one down in the corner. Big battle here. And Florida's finally going to take a penalty. What? What? Toronto going to get their first power play here. And it's going to be Luster-Ryan, and he's going to go. He's off to the box. That's right, Jeremy. We need this to come back. Matthews battling with Luster-Ryan, and this is a good battle. Matthews in there. He's got position. Luster-Ryan takes him down. They call it holding, but it could have been interference. Could have been hooking. Matthews looks like he's getting a blade change as well, getting some work done on the skate. Now he's back on. Matthews, Nylander, Nyes. Assume Marner and Tavares going to be the other two. So in this series, their power play has not been clicking like it did in the last. They are 2 for 12. Tavares going to win this one back. Marner stepping up to gain possession. Comes to Matthews. Matthews looking around. Matthews going cross. And that's going to be intercepted and down the ice. Yikes. Wall's going to play it. Panthers have killed off 26 of 30. That's pretty impressive. They have an absolute rock-solid penalty kill. Nylander dropping this one to Matthews. Matthews curling in. Stays onside. Matthews spinning around. He's coming over to get help. Marchand up on Tavares. Tavares going to put this across. Marner had to dance there to keep this one in. He's going to play it down to Nylander. Hot pass. Nylander controls. Marner to Matthews. He turns and shoots. That's blocked off a shin pad. Over to Matthews behind the net. Going to rotate it back for Willie. Leafs going to slow this one down. Marner to Matthews. Matthews. Nylander wants him to go to Marner. He does. Nylander down to Tavares, or to Matthews, excuse me. Matthews shoots. Tavares looking for the rebound in front. They're whacking at it. Comes around behind. Tavares playing this one up to the line. You gotta shoot. Pass and shoot. They're taking too long. Matthews looking. Matthews still looking. Gonna leave it here for Marner. Marner to Matthews at the top of the line. Over to Marner. He's gonna slap into one. That one's blocked. Tavares trying to step up on it. Ekblad's trying to clear it. Toronto gonna steal. Matthews back up to Nylander at the point. Nylander sends this one down. Matthews stick handling it. Just shoot the puck. Just shoot the puck. This going in the corner. Nyes trying to get in here. Nyes is driving for it. Holy smokes. Nylander with a nifty move to keep this one in. Nylander to Marner. Pass and shoot. Pass and shoot. Tavares is in the slot, wide open. Marner going around to Nylander, to Matthews. He shoots off the boards, trying to jam it in. It goes wide. Over to Marner, to Nylander. He's waiting. He shoots, and Tavares going to deflect it in the corner. Panthers can't get it out. Marner holding this one in. Plays it in the middle. Nylander to Matthews, to Tavares. He tips it wide. Tavares, he plays it around to the point. And out of the penalty box comes Luster-Ryan. He picks this one up. Listo comes in. Here's a shot. That one's blocked. Ekman-Larsson gets tripped up. This coming around. Luster-Ryan still in here. Holy smokes. Toronto finally got some shots, but they took way too long. Here's a long shot off the blocker. Wall playing it over. Pacioretty picking it up. He's going to put it to the middle of the ice. Here comes McMahon turning the corner. He shoots. That goes just wide. Domi trying to come up with it. Pacioretty banging and crashing in here. McMahon knocking it down. Pacioretty sends it across, but that's a hand pass. Hand pass. Holy smokes. Lots of shots. Bobrovsky facing a couple of shots there. He had to come across, but a lot of them were being blocked. But he was doing a really, really good job. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yikes. Whoops, hang on. Whoops. Hang on a moment here. Let's just go. Wowzers. It seems like they're going to go to the break here. Just crazy. But welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Maple Leafs struggling to get some shots on the board, struggling to get pucks towards the net. And the Florida Panthers have a 1-0 lead, a 1-0 lead. Holy smokes. Ace of Spades, what's going on? Welcome in. Yeah, it's that momentum is swinging. That momentum is swinging. Again, thank you for joining us. If you're brand new, if you are just coming in, make sure you top that thumbs up. Lard, that's enough, buddy. That's enough. Not the place or the time. We'd love for you to hang out, but not the place for that conversation. So we're gonna issue you a 5-minute major penalty. Holy smokes. 3 goals enough, Wayne. Yeah, 3 goals. I'm thinking 4. 3 would be great. 4 would be even better. But yikes, this is not good. This is not good. But welcome in, everybody. Hit that thumbs up for us. Hit that subscribe. Let's get those subs going. 9 away from 950. We're trying to get to 27K tonight. Trying to get to 27. We need your help to do it. So thank you so much to those that have hit that subscribe. Keep crushing that button, and let's hope these Leafs can get things rocking and rolling. Thank you so much for the follow as well. I appreciate it. Typical, what's going on? Welcome in. All right, back from commercial break. Let's go. Let's do it. Would you blame Stewart? I would not. I would not. That goal, the goal that Draisaitl tipped in was a fluke play. This is going to be played up. Long shot by Domi. That's going to be high. In the corner, trying to pick this one up. Down across. Kept in. Leafs playing it all the way back. Benoit. He's going to bring this one up. Benny going to dump this one in the corner. Working this through. Florida trying to get it out. They cannot. It's going to go up off the glass. Now they do. Benny going to put it back across. Toronto up to Domi. Max. He's going to curl. Max in the line. Look out. Just eluded an open ice hit. Domi going in the corner against Schmidt. Working over him. Nylander is there as well. They're going to play this one back. Long pass. Going to miss everybody. And comes all the way back. Waller has to come out to stop this one. Holy smokes. Come on, Leafs. Let's go. 11:26 to go. Working this through. Yarncroc, Lorentz in the corner behind Bobrovsky. Digging this puck out. They're going to work it ahead. Here comes Rodriguez, putting it off the boards. He's coming in. Reinhart cutting towards the net. Riley with a nice play. Reinhart finally gets it. Now Barkov, another shot. And there's a save by Joseph Woll. 3-4 quick shots by the Panthers in quick succession. And thank goodness that Joseph Woll was watching it. Wow. Unbelievable. Intense action. Intense action. It's up to Willie. Cute guys only. Yes, it's up to Willie. Get him to score. Willie needs to get something going. Everybody needs to get something going. Shots on net. People give crap to Morgan Riley. Cernath, he just, at times he plays really poorly. He just makes a lot of mistakes at times. And it's because he tends to try too hard in certain situations. He puts himself in bad situations. He's a decent defenseman, but sometimes you wonder the decision making. And that's why a lot of people give him a hard time. Nyes, but yes, I agree. Big Nyes fan. He's going and crashing in this corner. This coming around at the side. Back to the line. Here's Marner. Long shot. That one gets blocked. Marner racing for Hagee. Breakaway splitting through. Marner a quick stick. Able to knock it away. Florida's going to regroup. Here's a quick shot by Lundell. That one's going to get knocked down. McCabe just pulls a Florida Panther player down. He got away with one there. And now Matthew Nyes gets all tied up with somebody else. Here comes Marchand back the other way. Skips around Matthews. Tanev going down behind it. Tanev is going to get hit hard by Listerainen. Leafs going to throw this one all the way up the ice. Here comes Nylander. Nylander driving towards the net. Nylander, what a move! But he couldn't pull the trigger. Nylander dancing through, just couldn't pull the trigger. Holy smokes. Here come the Cats, dumping it down the ice. Woll sending it around. Verhaeghe can intercept. This coming around. Ekblad trying to get here. Nylander up on him. And it comes to the line. It's taken out by Pacioretty. He plays this up. Nylander is flying. Willie coming in. He's got Tavares breaking. Nylander gets hauled down. And there it is. The arm goes up. Thank you, Stripes. William Nylander draws a penalty. Pacioretty comes flying over to Willie's defense. Now Ekblad has John Tavares in a side sleeper hold, pushing his head up against the boards. Now Ekblad is going to go away. Good shift here by this line. Oh, Willie knows how to dangle all right. Great job by Nylander. He cut through. Yeah, can you get in your spot? Can you guys get in your spots? We need your help. You can go to the washroom. Everybody get in your spots. Holy smokes. Thank you so much for the gift. Freddie, thank you very, very much. Welcome in. I appreciate it. They're going to go to a commercial break. That will give Toronto a few moments to regroup, but a nice shift here going in and drawing the penalty. But again, not too many shots on net. Not too many shots on net. Let's see if this power play holds different. Maple Leafs are going to get a chance. That's right, Adrian. Scotty knows. Scotty knows. Sam Bennett kind of does his own thing. Sam Bennett, we don't know what he does. He just does. Sometimes he does good things. Sometimes not so much. The voice of Sam is great. When ready, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm easily excitable. When they do good things, I'm easily excitable. Are you disappointed by Leafs? No, not yet, Jeremy. I'm not disappointed yet. The ref you suck chants are making me laugh. Oh, I love it. We got our own ref you suck chant. I haven't played it yet today. I've been holding it back, but we certainly have our own. But hopefully they're going to get this going. Rob, I think it's a great time for wave time. Great time for wave time. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Put those hands in the air. Get them up, get them up, get them up. Our virtual wave is going to go around our virtual stadium. Again, Freddie, thank you so much. I appreciate that. There it is. The wave hands are coming in over here. I don't know if you guys have wave emojis too, but if you do, put them in the chat. Get those wave hands going. Holy smokes. We're going to score. Mandy, I hope so. Mandy, I hope so. All right, back from commercial break. The hands are going. We're flying. We're ready to rock. We're going to grab, I got to grab a towel here. Which towel? Let's grab this towel. No, we're going to grab this towel. We got our rally towel. We're getting set. Let's go. Oops. There's some repair job going on. Got our rally towels on. They're fixing up the crease. There's a big chunk in the crease. So this extra timeout going to hold things going. Let's go. Bring it, Leafs. Bring it, Leafs. It's time. Let's do this. Referees getting the repairs out there. They're scraping the crease. They're spraying the water. They're patting it down with the puck. Bobrovsky not happy with something at the tip there, but that's okay. They're going to get it all fixed up. Holy. I mean, Bobrovsky's been good, but he hasn't been tested. And the good news is when you get shots on a goalie that really hasn't been tested, they're not super warm. So hopefully he's cooled off a little bit. Well, we have a minute before this penalties power play starts. Hit that subscribe button. Let's go. 7 subs. Get us up to 950. Let's do it. Drop this puck, fella. Matthews is set, ready to go. Tavares going to take the draw. He's going to win it. Goes between his legs. Nobody there, and it's picked up by Reinhart. And the Panthers going to get this puck moving it around. Somebody force them. They're just letting them skate around. Here's Reinhart shooting. Excellent glove save by Joseph Wall. Holy smokes. All right, forget the towel. Bob, what's going on? Reinhart just takes the puck, and he's having fun skating around the ice. Leafs are going, hey, look, that's Sam Reinhart. He goes in an unbelievable shot from the high slot. How does this happen shorthanded? Standing alone, just standing still again. Gotta move. Gotta move. Gotta move. All right, Leafs going to win this puck off the draw. They're going to set it up behind their own net. Going to put it through the middle. Here comes Matthews. Matthews carrying this one up and in. Matthews going to put this one around the boards. Nye's there to try and chip it. He can. He misses it. Back up to Matthews. Matthews, he's going to play it down for Nyes. Nyes again. Florida being really aggressive. Nylander, he's going to throw this back to the point. Matthews had pulled away. This is going to come out again. Nylander bringing this one in. Going to throw it in the corner. Nye's going to race down after it. Florida steals. And again, they get it up and down the ice. Get these guys off the ice. They are not clicking at all. Wall plays it out, and it's Florida that takes the puck away. Toronto, you have a power play. Another shot and a great save. Nosek gets taken down. And now it's a penalty to the Maple Leafs. You guys suck tonight. Holy cow, is this the Toronto Maple Leafs or is this the Arizona Coyotes? Marner gonna go to the box. Wake up. They are absolutely atrocious here tonight. What is happening? Joseph Wall is the best player on the ice by far. This is not a second-round playoff team. I don't know what's going on, but somebody needs to pee in their Cheerios and get them going. 4-on-4 for 57 seconds. Maple Leafs got to wake up. This is atrocious. Panthers going, Billy, you said it earlier, Panthers were dominating them. I didn't think so then, but I do agree now. Maple Leafs are just falling apart. Brad, forget about killer instinct. I would like instinct. I would like hockey sense. Here's Marchand. He's going to turn and shoot. And another glove save here by Joey Wall. They're putting pucks to the net. They're getting shots. They're putting pucks to the net. That's what matters for the Panthers anyways. Panthers are putting lots of pucks to the net. 25 shots. We still got 8:47 to go in this period. The Panthers have 26 shots now. 26 shots. The Maple Leafs have 9. They need to get up and go and wake up, Maple Leafs. Matthews, you want to be captain? Motivate your team. Don't make me swear. Don't make me swear, Austin Matthews. Dallas, we're not even playing Pee-wee or Bantam. Oh my God, they give it away right in the slot. Wake up, McCabe. Lawton going to pick this one up. Who's going to step up? Who's going to get this team going? Here comes Lawton. Lawton driving all the way through. Has the stick knocked out of his hands. This is going to be flipped up by the Panthers. Panthers back the other way. In over the line. Florida. They're going to flip this one up. This is going to be knocked down. Chip to the wall. Toronto trying to get it going. Lorentz. He gets it out of the line. Lawton is here, but right now, Florida Panthers are playing keep away. Florida is playing like a volunteer team right now. Forsling going to leave this one left. 1 minute on the power play now. Jones going to bring this one up. He's going to drop it back. Let's go. Up over the line. Reinhart going to send this one in around the boards. Long chip pass all the way across. Jones, he goes D to D. Here's a quick shot. That's going to be over the net. Toronto, what are you doing? Benoit diving. Toronto getting this to the line. They can't get out again. Florida going to keep this one in. Nyes can't get it out. Verhaeghe stepping up. He comes down low. Long pass back to the point. Thank goodness. Florida clears the zone for us. Florida clears the zone for us. Seppo, how's it going? Welcome in, everybody. Here they come again, trying to work this one through. Jones going to play this one up. Cross ice. Here's a long shot. Off the boards. Carlo going to tip this one up. And this is going to come out. 3 seconds to go. 2 seconds to go. Power plays are over. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Toronto going to play it around. Luckily, somehow, some way, it's only a 1-goal game. Dropping this back to the line. Here's Marner. Marner ducks under a hit from Kulikov. In the corner is Barkov. Going to play it up to Reinhart. Reinhart, long cross ice pass. Here comes Florida again, dumping this one in. Kobe, how's it going? Welcome in. Mr. Buck, welcome in. This in the corner working, trying to get this going. It is horrible. He-Man's dad, it is horrible. This going to be flipped up and down the ice. Nylander trying to kick it free. He can't get it. There's a hit. Over in the corner, Riley with this now. Riley going to play it up. Ekman Larson, he turns, playing it off the boards. Up to Tavares, over for Nylander. Nylander trying to get free. He dives for it. He can't get it. Florida going to turn and work this one up. My gosh. Florida 3-on-2 over the line. Little drop for Rodriguez. He dekes. Rodriguez going backhand. Wall with a nice stop. McCabe going to play this one up. Thank you so much, Adventure Sour. Welcome in. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. The fix is in. Over the line. Cross ice. Another shot. Great save. Another shot. That one gets knocked down. Here they come again. Pacioretty going to play this one up. He gets bumped. Matthews racing back. They're trying to get something going. In the corner, working it. Marner gets tripped up and goes down. Holy smokes. Leafs, Matthews picking it up. He had to wait because Marner still had to get out of the zone. 5 minutes to go in this period. 5 minutes to go. We're almost at 250 likes. Keep those likes going. Matthews working it. Nyes gets put down into the boards. He's back up. Side of the net. Puck is going to come over to Nyes now. Nyes putting it right back in the corner. Marner up top. Benoit going D to D. Tanev down to Matthews. Matthews putting it in the corner again. Marner getting tied up with Lundell. Benoit stepping up. He throws it on net, and Bobrovsky going to make a save. Finally, somebody throws it towards the net. Are you kidding me? The Maple Leafs running around, and they are struggling. Struggling. Unbelievable. They're going to go to commercial break, and it is just ugly hockey. Very, very ugly hockey. Hopefully they can figure this out. Hopefully they can get this going soon. 6 shots now in this period. 6 shots. Endgame, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. I don't know what's happening. My chat is like frozen on my side, so I'm trying to refresh it. So if I don't see your comment, I apologize. I'm sure I will get to it once this unfreezes and gets going. But while we're trying to sort this out, I mean, keep those likes going, hit those thumbs up, keep those subscribes going. We got to get up to 950. We got to get there. We are trying to get to 27K. We need your help to hit that subscribe for us. But yikes, this has just been bad. The good news is somehow, like I said, it's only one goal. It's only one goal, one bounce, one ricochet, one shot. We are 1 goal away. Just one. Just one. Let's make it happen. Holy smokes. Testing, testing. Is this thing on? There we go, Rob. I got that. That came through. That came through. All right. I guess we're rolling now. There we go. Finally. Holy smokes. I tell you, all these internet issues the last couple days have been driving me absolutely bonkers. But that's technology for you. Coming up this week, our schedule is going to be a little spotty. So make sure your notifications are on. Tryouts are this week. We got a lot of tryouts going on this week. Sandra coming in, hitting that subscribe. Thank you so much. See, we getting a couple of subscribes coming in, but the number isn't going. So I think that's frozen too. But we'll see if it refreshes after the next period. So make sure your notifications are on, because I might not get streams up a long time in advance. They might pop up day of or even like an hour before, half an hour before, depending on how the schedule goes this week. All right, let's go. 4:38 to go. Leafs are crushing it in the faceoffs. Oh, that's my favorite redemption. 65% in the faceoffs. They got to now translate that into shots. Domi off the draw, back to the point. Riley can't keep it in. Of course. Leafs going to put it back in their own zone. Working up along the boards. Holmberg back in his own zone. Long pass all the way up to Riley. Riley catches that, puts it in for McMahon. McMahon going around behind the net. There with Holmberg. Trying to battle. 2 Leafs behind the goal line. Up to Domi. Domi to the point. Just shoot it. There's a shot looking for a tip. That goes wide. Riley stepping up on his man. And Panthers get this all the way down the ice. Carlo going to chip this one off the glass. Riley back with it. Why is Riley the last player back in the defensive zone? Explain this one to me. Amelia, how's it going? Welcome in. Florida in his own zone. Domi steals it away. Played it back around. And this one is chipped out by Rodriguez. Tanev and McCabe, who are skating side by side. The 2 defenders, there's a left defender and a right defender. They're supposed to play on the opposite sides of the ice. We're literally tandem figure skaters. Spread out. They've forgotten the fundamentals. Here comes Rodriguez breaking through. Nice little move. Tied up there by Tavares. Good stick, JT. Barkov to the line. 3.5 to go. Florida. Here's another shot. That one gets knocked down. Tanev, he's looking around. Going to kick it out to McCabe. McCabe right up the middle to Nylander. Skate, you bum. Nylander, a breakaway. Forsling. Where's the penalty? A slash on Nylander on the breakaway. No call. Wow. Listen, good job by Forsling to get back. Forsling hustled back, tried to knock that one away, but you can't slash on the breakaway. But Nylander taking this one right between the legs, going all the way up. Forsling gets the whack, shaft of the stick on the mitts. This is a penalty all regular season long, but apparently it's okay now because it's the Leafs in the playoffs. Bobrovsky, a little high five there. Love it. Thank you for that subscribe. Let's go. We need 6 more. 6 more. 700 people here. Smash that subscribe for us. Matthews, set. Lundell, ready. 3:12 to go. Off the draw. Matthews coming back to the line. Riley sending this one through. Sails all the way through. Nobody can pick that one up. Matthews with a hit in the corner. He's getting frustrated. He's hold down. Arm goes up. Thank you, referee. Holy smokes. The referee heard me chirping. Matthews gets hauled down, racing for the puck. And we are going back to the power play. Maple Leafs, 2 minutes on the board. Matthews with a good job. Levi, how's it going? Welcome in. Yeah, King Derek, I agree with you. But holy smokes. Matthews, he was chasing after this one. Stick on skate. He goes down. Let's go. They got to start getting some shots. They need to get some shots now. Let's do this. It's only 1 goal. We still got a whole period. You just got to stick to your game plan right now. Stick to the game plan. Off the draw. Toronto going to win this one back to the line. They're going to put it in, but not hard enough. Mikola, he's going to play it up the sideboards. Marner pinching, comes to Nyes. Almost looked like he didn't know what to do with it. Side of the net. Back up top. Shoot that one-timer. He does. It's blocked. Race back, Mitch. Race back. He's going to try and take this away. Reinhart. He's coming in. Shot. Rebound. A great save here by Wall again. Tavares going to pick this one up. Marner did the right thing there. Stepped into the shot. There it is. 5 more to go. Marner going to skate this one to the line. A little drop back pass for Nylander. Willie going to carry. His pass to Nyes gets deflected. Nyes going to dump this one in. Patoli, how's it going? Welcome. And again, Florida sending this one all the way down the ice. Wall going to pick it up. He's going to take it behind the net. Nah, Jesse. he wasn't diving for the puck. He was tripped. That was a good call. Compared to some of the other calls, that was a good call. Here comes Domi. He's going to dump this one in. The B unit is on now. Down in the corner. Toronto trying to pull this one up. Comes to the line. Ekman-Larsson can't get there. They can't hold it in. Back around. Toronto in their own zone. Going to turn. They're going to carry. Ekman-Larsson taking it all the way up. Ekman-Larsson, his shot is going to be deflected. Up and out of play. We'll take that. 40 seconds left to go on the power play. Setting up for a face-off. Face-off and a quick shot here. Let's go. And that's true, Rick. That's a great point. They are on survival mode. They need this. They want to tie this series up. We're in the second period. 1-0 Florida with 1:43 here left to go. Nick, what's going on? Welcome in. Real welcome in. So Matthew can take revenge. Love it. Domi in to take this draw. Scramble Nylander back to Riley. He's coming in the middle, throws it towards the net. It's tipped up. Domi didn't see it. Coming to the line. Nylander holds it. Nylander trying to put it back in. He gets it down to Domi. Domi to Pacioretty. Pacioretty loses it. Nathan, how's it going? Round on the sideboards. Ekman-Larsson trying to keep this one in. Back up top. Riley. Petting, shooting. It's there. Oh. And the Panthers going to clear this out. The Leafs coming so close. Riley going to turn it right back around. Domi bringing this in. Tries to come in the slot. Nobody is there. And the Panthers again going to hammer this one down the ice. Last minute of play. Last minute of this play. 4 subs to go. 4 subs away. Michaela, welcome in. Mickey, all right, Mickey. In the corner, Toronto bringing it back and offside. A very delayed offside. Very delayed offside right now. DJ, thank you for the follow. I'd like to bench a whole lot of guys right now. They just got to pull up their socks and get down to it. They got to get back to their own game plan again. They're scrambling around. They do. They need that reboot. There it is. 3 subs away. 780 people here. Let's go. 3 subs away from 950. Lawton in to take the draw. CNL, what's up? Jacoby, how's it going? Leafs going to win this one back. They have possession. Long pass up. Going to be tipped. Nope. Florida going to take it back. Defenseman blows a tire. 2-on-1. Now McCabe blows a tire. Why is everybody following? Are they allergic to the ice? Kulikov with a shot. That's going to go wide. Side of the net comes out. Lawton. He's going to put it around behind. Over to McCabe. McCabe. He's trying to play it up. Florida is pressing really hard right now. Really hard. Pass comes out. Maple Leafs can't control it. This fourth line, every time this top line for the Panthers comes on against the Leafs' fourth line, they need to change it in quick. Here's McMahon bringing it up, chipping it off the boards. This top line is eating the Leafs' fourth line to pieces. This is going to be dumped in the corner. Bennett trying to cut through the middle. Lawton takes it away, and the horn is going to go, and thank goodness the second period has come to an end. The onslaught is paused for 17 minutes. There it is, 9:50. Thank you guys so very, very much. Let's go break this one all down. All right, there we go. We're going to open this up. 29-12. That is not a mistake. That is the shots on net. 29-12. 12 shots for the Maple Leafs. They had 4 in the first period, 8 in period number 2. Thank you, Dennis, coming in, hitting that subscribe. Thank you, Dennis. Appreciate it. 37 hits to 35. Hits are close. Toronto's technically out hitting them. 1 for 5. The Florida Panthers, 1 for 5 on the power play. Maple Leafs, 0 for 3. And again, one of their power plays was very short-lived. 10 minutes to 6 minutes in terms of the calls. 7-6 the giveaways. So not a huge change in those numbers in that period. 5-3 the takeaways, 13-5 the shot block. So doing a nice job there. Spawn, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome to the party. Griff, what's going on? Still only 1 goal. That's right, only 1 goal. David, what's going on, bud? Thought I'd check in. This Sunday, I'm pissed at the Hartford Whalers. You should have kept Freddie Anderson. Yeah, hey, David, that was a heck of a game. Freddie played really, really well. Jack, what's going on? Welcome in. No, Jack. No, not at all. Never, 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 never. Rob, what's going on? Welcome in. Again, thank you, everyone. So those are the stats. The only goal scorer of the game, Carter Verhaeghe, gets his 4th, and it was on the power play from Kachuk and Barkov. Maddie, how's it going? Welcome in. Listen, Florida fans, you should be really happy of your team. Really happy here. Net, it's 1-0 Panthers. 1-0 Panthers. Florida fans, you should be super happy of your team right now. They are outplaying the Maple Leafs in almost every category except for faceoffs. Toronto's almost at 70% in faceoffs. But right now, Panthers are driving the offensive zone time, the puck possession time. They're doing a really good job. There a ton of shots. 30 shots through 2 periods is amazing. Crystal, what's going on? All 29 shots is a joke. It's a pretty big joke for sure. And you know, the goal they scored, we can't even say it was a soft goal. It was a great power play, backdoor goal. Verhaeghe just buried it. So it was a nice goal, but Joseph Wall has been amazing. Joseph Wall has been playing very, very good. He's had a couple huge, big saves. Big glove saves, some big leg saves. Really, really awesome. They did the same thing from the last game. Yeah, I mean, the last game they were standing still. This game, they're actually skating. They're skating hard. The problem is they're skating the wrong way. They're skating in circles. Yeah, AT, it is real low shots on goal. That makes me makes me nervous. They need to get that going. And this is where we see now coming into intermission. Excuse me, coming into intermission. This is where they got to find a way of motivating themselves. This is not a job where coach is going to come in and motivate them, where coach is going to wake them up. This is where somebody needs to stand up in that locker room, and it's not an Austin Matthews role. Brandon, how's it going? This has to be somebody else. This has to be someone like a Lawrence. This has to be someone, like a Pacioretty. Somebody who's not wearing an A or a C. Somebody has to stand up and really get them. A Scotty Lawton, perfect thing for Lawton. Lawton, known as a heart and soul guy, a locker room guy. This is where He needs to get up and wake these guys up. If Ryan Reeves was in here, it would be even worse. Ryan Reeves can't keep up with this type of pace of game. He's slow and he's a defensive liability. Right now, the Leafs, they're chasing. They're battling, but they're chasing. They need to work on getting this puck out of their own zone. Instead, what they're doing is they're letting the Panthers take it. They're letting them have the perimeter. They're moving it around. So they're waiting for them to take a shot and then get a face-off or miss and pick up the loose puck. McCabe has played over 14 minutes. Riley's at 13 and a half. Tanev's at 12 and a half. Ekman Larsson's at 11:20. Carlo at 10:35. Benoit is at 9:40. I'd like to see Benoit's ice time a little more. Riley's a little less. Let's bring Ekman Larsson up a little more. Get them really coming in and playing. 8 hits for Benoit right now. 8 hits for Benoit is huge. 3 hits for McCabe, 2 for Carlo, 2 for Ekman Larsson. From the shot department, only 1 shot, and that's Benoit. Only 1 shot, and that's Benoit. Maple Leafs, when they're winning, when they're doing well, their defense are taking lots of shots. So they've kind of fallen back. They've fallen back where they're not shooting anymore. And they're trying to give everything to their wingers and put it in. That's a problem. Maple, how's it going? Welcome in. I was hoping for the Grim Reaver. Yeah, maybe next year. Maybe next year. But in all seriousness, they got to start shooting from the points. Florida's shooting a lot from the points. Not everything is getting through. Toronto's blocking. Every defenseman on the Florida Panthers has a shot tonight. Ekblad has 2. Everybody else has a shot. They're shooting from the points. Yeah, it's bad how Mitch Marner ruined the goal. You know what? Marner's looking exposed tonight. And part of the reason I think he's is exposed is he's kind of running out of options. You know, he's picking up the puck, he's looking to move it, but he has nowhere to pass it to. And Marner, you know, Florida has effectively taken Marner out of this game when they cut off his passing lanes and guys aren't skating, guys aren't trying to get open. You know, Marner, he did take an elbow. Kulikov came in an elbow to the head of Marner. They're just showing it now. Marner looks at the referee. So again, how is that not being called? You know, a little tip, there's a high stick. They're just showing these replays. High stick from Jones to Marner after the whistle. No call. Marner takes an elbow to the head. No call. You know, it's absolutely crazy how much is going on that these things aren't getting called. Again, it's not about it, and I don't want you guys to think, oh, you're complaining about the referees again. It's bad on both teams. It's bad on both teams. But if you're going to call a high hit on one guy, you got to call the high hit on the other guy. When you called that penalty earlier on in this hockey game on Bobby McMahon for boarding on Verhaeghe, which was a borderline clean hit, how do you not call a blindside elbow to the head of Marner? So Dennis, I disagree. I don't think he is garbage. And I know Marner gets a hate fest. Marner gets an absolute hate fest from Leaf fans. Marner, for the most part, leads in ice time every game. He's not today. He's played 13-28. Nyes and Nylander have played more minutes than he has. So here's Marner's line. Well, he has no points tonight, and he does have a penalty. However, Marner's got 2 blocks and 3 hits. 3 hits from Marner tonight. So they're all over him. Florida has figured out that if they take away Marner's ability to pass the puck, which essentially they have because they've been, you know, hooking, pulling him down, running him, they're not allowing him to move the puck. That effectively takes Nyes and Matthews away as well. They've figured out how to shut down that top line. And when you have the second change, when you have the last change, like Florida does, you can put on whoever you want to match up with them. Coach is doing a phenomenal job. Paul Maurice is doing a phenomenal job getting this going. Marner isn't bad. He just needs to be more physical. Hey, he's got 3 hits. Marner has 3 hits. Listen, Nyes has 5 hits tonight. Pacioretty has 5 hits. Marner has 3. Lawton has 2. Holmberg has 2. Matthews has 2. Nylander, excuse me, Nylander has 2 hits tonight. Domi has no hits. Marner has 3 hits tonight. Yeah, you can't ask the guy to be more physical than that. Cool guy, how's it going? Welcome in. Leafs have no strategy with a 3-man rush. Peter, I agree. They are scrambling. Will has played quite well this game. Yeah, 34 and 16 are not good enough compared to 97 and 29. Our man, I don't think anybody is. You're talking McDavid and Draisaitl are probably the 2 best players in the league. 2 best top of the stat line. McDavid, greatest player, one of the greatest players to ever play the game. That's a tough comparison to make for sure. It's still a 1-goal game. There you go, Prep with the super chat. Thank you, Prep. And that's what it all comes down to. That's what it all boils down to. Prep, you stole my punchline. All the shenanigans that's been going on, all the blown power play opportunities, all the bad passing, all the running around, all comes down to we have 20 minutes left to play, and it's a 1-goal game. It's a 1-goal game. Lauren, it's 1-0 Florida. 1-0 Florida. 1-0 Florida, and we'll take that, right? We'll take that after the way this game has been played. Now the problem going into period number 3 is period number 3 has been the best period for the Florida Panthers almost all playoffs long. Almost all playoffs long. You're welcome. And so Toronto's going to have to get by that. So they're going to have to wake themselves up. They know, and they got to be looking at these stats too. They're looking here and go, oh, they took 1 shot away from Florida, so now they've only had 29 instead of 30. They got to look at this and say, wow, we're getting blasted out there. Joey Wall, great job. You're standing it up. We're still in this game. Your goaltender has kept you in this hockey game. Now it's time for the rest of the team to wake up and play them out. Just throw the puck in the net. Holy smokes. Can we blame the refs for this game? Randy, we can. I don't think it's the refs' fault. John, how's it going? Is Toronto going to score? Hopefully that would be nice. Don't we need to tell the boys turn it up? Somebody's got to get it going. Somebody's got to come out and throw a big hit. They got to do something to wake themselves up, right? They have to get that one going. Vi, I saw you snuck in somewhere there. Welcome in, bud. Good to see you. But they will. They will. No, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about it. We got 1 goal to go. Would have liked to get that goal in that last period. It would have taken some of the pressure off. This team has shown when the pressure is at its absolute highest, they seem to struggle. And I don't want all this pressure to come on Wall. Right? Wall has been solid through 2 periods of play. He's had some big saves. Nah, I don't need to be worried yet. We got 20 minutes of hockey time to go. 20 minutes, it's a 1-goal game. If it was 3-0 Florida, then I would be worried. Then I would absolutely be worried. Right now, it's only 1 goal. Hits are about equal, right? Both teams are hitting. 35 for Florida, 37. So Toronto is actually out hitting Florida, right? 70%, well, 69.4% in the faceoff circle. Toronto's winning by far more faceoffs. It's only 1 goal. Smile, what's going on? Need a Marchand birthday goal. We can put Marchand through the net for you for his birthday. Happy birthday, Marchand. Someone send him flying. I would be okay with that. There it is, dropping the coffee in there. Love it, Frank. Bejeweled, what's going on? It's obvious the refs were paid. Now, as much as we joke about it, there's no conspiracy theory. There's none of that. None of that. Refs aren't actually being paid. As much as we'd love to find somebody to blame, it's just stuff like that doesn't actually happen. But we can joke about it. All right, Dan, still not working for you. Wow, I removed you and added you a couple of times. I know it wouldn't let me before, but I finally got it to work. I don't know why it's having so much trouble with you. Let me try it again right now. All right, Dan, let's see if the Panthers' good play is going to be good luck for you. Let's see. Give it a minute and then try again. With my opinion, I think that Toronto's going to win fast. So Florida will be gone. I'd love to see it. Would love to see it. But then don't forget, whatever happens, whatever team moves on, Florida and Toronto, whichever team moves on, you got to take on Carolina or Washington in the next round. And that's going to be an even tougher series, especially if it's Washington. If Washington moves on, you're going to have to face Tom Wilson and Ovechkin. It's only going to get harder. What is about the Leafs that we have no right, Josh? It would be nice if they showed up to do something. Take some playoff tickets. San totally just made it when Wes McCauley stepped in the other day. You know what? It's funny. Say what you want. We talk about the referees, and I know I say there's no conspiracy theory, but we do have to recognize when it comes to Wes McCauley, the Leafs are 0-9 when Wes McCauley's refereeing in the playoffs. 2 losses, 3 losses to any given referee over the years. Coincidence, it's fine. When Wes McCauley is refereeing and you've never won a playoff game, I don't know. That's a little sus. Any update on Stellars? So Stellars, he is progressing. As of earlier today, he had not yet been back on the ice. I do not think we are going to get a return in this series, which is very unfortunate, but he is progressing, which is really good news. And it's so crazy that, Bennett, again, we don't know if it was the Bennett hit. We don't know if it was the puck off the mask and then the Bennett hit, whatever it is, no call, no discipline. And yet Stellars is probably out for the rest of the series. Crazy. One of those things we'll be discussing for a long time. Something is wrong with Matthews. Something is definitely nagging him. Now, listen, I know everybody is nagging at this point. Everybody's hurt. Everybody's got bumps and bruises. Everybody has issues. But something is going on with Matthews for sure. Now, Matthews has been playing very hard today. He really has been going in. He's been playing, I think, harder today than he has in the previous games we've seen. Just not connecting, though. Just not connecting. I'd rather play Carolina or Washington, but I don't want to have that story of Freddie Anderson playing his old team. That scares the pants off of me. But I don't want to play Washington. I don't want to play Wilson and Ovechkin and have that Ovechkin trying to go to the Stanley Cup in the same year he breaks Gretzky's record. Don't want to have that. Toronto needs to win this game or them Cats crawling back hard. Yeah, and listen, there's a reason why they call them the comeback Cats. They certainly have been here before, and they'll do it again. They are the defending Stanley Cup champions, so you can never count them out. Wes McCauley is carried. Oh, boo! But that's funny. Draisaitl must have serious injuries he's playing through. You know what? Draisaitl's looked okay. Listen, he's better this year than he was last year. Wasn't it last year he had a broken ankle or something like that? He could barely skate last year. At least he's skating hard. He's really moving this year. All right, let's get set. Period number 3 coming right up. Let's do this. Again, thank you for all the comments. Everyone was playing hurt. How many years? 34 of the same excuse. It's not an excuse. I mean, there's different types of injuries, right? If it's a wrist injury and it's preventing him from shooting the puck the way he used to shoot the puck, nothing you can do about that. And we know he's had a history of wrist injuries. He had surgery on his wrist. So we know he's got serious wrist injuries, serious concerns. But hopefully they can turn it around. Hopefully they can get this going. This Leaf team needs him. This Leaf team needs somebody to step up. Who's going to step up and be the hero? Period number 3 is coming up right now. The Cats lead at 1-0. Toronto trying to get this one done. Bobrovsky, a 5-3 record with a 2.72 goals against and 8 career starts against Toronto. He has been very, very, very good. Again, he's made some big saves today. The third periods are his best saves. I would love it to be Lawton. I would love to see Lawton step up and get this one going. All right, let's do it. Time to drop the puck. Try to play through. They're going to start with the top line. Matthews, Marner, Nyes. Third period starts. right now. Puck is dropped, and here we go. Mikkola right off the draw. They're going to hammer this one in. Coming around is McCabe, playing it around behind the net. Up to Marner, tipping this over to Matthews. He's going to kick this one out. It's going to come to center on Jones. Try to put it in. Stolen by Knies. Knies with a breakaway. If he can go, he can't. In the corner, going to take Mikkola in. Here comes Matthews, and it's the Panthers. See, this is one of the issues. The Panthers are able to get the puck out of their own zone so easily. Toronto's cycle game is almost non-existent today. The injury is that bad. Sounds like Matthews is an old man trying to keep playing. Yeah, Frank, you know, we said before Four Nations, we said Matthews needs to shut it down for the rest of the season. Here comes Yarncroc with a shot. That's going to be deflected. We were talking about, even the media was talking about, Matthews might be getting shut down, but he really wanted to play in the Four Nations. I think it was a mistake, and he should have been shut down after that. In the corner, Florida going to play this one up all the way down. Ekman-Larsson going to back it up. He gives it to Benny, back to Ekman-Larsson. Ekman-Larsson, long pass up. Toronto going to chip this one in. Here comes Lorentz racing in. He's going to go around Forsling. Lorentz trying to get this over to Tavares. He gets pulled off the puck. Lorentz now takes a shot. That one hits the side of the net. Tavares in front for Nylander. Couldn't get a stick on it. Come on, Nylander, skate. Rodriguez bringing this one back down the ice. Benoit, he's going to play it around the boards, taking a bump. Puck comes loose in the front. It's still bumping right up on Wall. And there's Bennett. Bennett hits Ekman-Larsson right over the back of Wall. Go get him, Benoit. Go get him. Ekman-Larsson with a shove. There you go. That should be a penalty. After the whistle, you cross-check the player into his own goaltender. This should be a penalty all day long. Nylander came right at the pass, was in front. It was just in his skates. Couldn't pull it up to his stick. But again, Wall stops it, and Bennett throws the shoulder on Ekman-Larsson, putting him right over the back of Joseph Wall. That's where someone should absolutely obliterate him. The Habs would like Knies. Dan, a lot of teams. Wouldn't surprise me if there are not some offer sheets that come his way. So Bennett gets waved out. Verhaeghe comes in to take this draw. Oh, LP, I love getting soup at the deli. Pacioretty trying to take this one at the middle of the ice. Florida going to send it back in. Wall leaving it here in the corner. McCabe, he's going to take a big bump. This across. Bennett came flying in. Toronto going to pull this one out. Nylander up to Tanev. Tanev throwing this one cross ice. Bennett's going to knock it down out of the air. Verhaeghe going to turn around with it. Here's a pass up to Mikkola. Mikkola carrying this one in. Over the line, long shot into the glove of Wall. He's going to make that save. And Holmberg and Domi, a couple of cross checks to Mikkola to bounce him away out of the front of the net. Still up in England, Gerard. Staying up with us late. But welcoming everybody. If you're just joining us, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Banging and crashing. Lots going on. 61 shot attempts by the Florida Panthers. Are you kidding me? That is huge. Absolutely huge. Johnny still 1-0. 1-0 for Florida. Here's a face-off off right in front. And Wall has to go down and cover it up. And again, this time it's Greer digging at the pads of Joseph Wall as he covers up the puck. So this is one thing. Every time Joseph Wall makes a save, Panthers are coming in with a cheap shot. Toronto needs to return the favor. So Wall goes down. It kind of hit Greer. It was loose. He covers it up. And here comes Greer with a stab, jabbing that stick in. Off the draw, Leafs going to win this one back. They're going to flip this one out to the red line. Kind of hops over. McMahon can't get there. Domi trying to fight for it. Nusik is going to play it right back into the Leaf zone. Back is Ekman-Larsson playing it around the boards. To the line is Bobby McMahon. Spinning it out. Here comes Domi. Domi over the line. Little flip to Holmberg. Back to Domi. Here's a shot. And that's going to go high and wide. Back to the line. Ekman-Larsson can't hold this one in. And racing for it is Holmberg coming all the way back. He's going to spin it around to Benoit. Benny going to turn up to Ekman-Larsson. He's going to go off the boards. Ahead for McMahon. McMahon cutting in. He's going to go down in the corner. McMahon still with it on his knees. Over to Nylander. Nylander to Carlo. One shot. That one's going to sail just high. Bobrovsky, who was down, had to get his shoulders up there, and it just went over the net. Lusterinen bringing this one in. He's going to drop it off to Forsling, throwing it towards the net. Deflected right on, rebound in front. Marchand is there, and the Leafs going to bring this one across. Holy smokes. FB. Florida keeping this one in. Toronto going to intercept. Over to Carlo. Carlo taking a look. He's going to carry. Carlo up to the red line. Slow motion. Rolling it on Bobrovsky. He's going to play to the corner. Tavares in, playing it right back in front. Loose puck. Over. Backhand. Oh my gosh. What a save. Bobrovsky with a huge stop. Noah, how's it going? Holy smokes. Leafs coming close there. It was an awkward shot, but they got it on, and Bobrovsky came across and made a great stop. This flipped down in the corner. Tavares going in after it. Marner coming in behind him to help out. Here comes Pacioretty flying in with a hit. Marner walking out of the corner. Marner to McCabe. He shoots. That one's going to get blocked. Wow, Leafs are shooting from the points. Exactly what we talked about. Pacioretty down to Tavares. JT looking in front. JT spinning around. JT still working. Tries to go around. Can't do it. Marner in there. He's going to put it around behind the net. McCabe over to keep this one in. He does. McCabe sitting around the boards. Marner gets tripped by the referee. Holy smokes. And the Leafs trying to bring it right back in, but Florida fighting them. Tkachuk gives it away. Here comes Marner. Marner dancing in. He's looking to make a pass, and that's tipped and knocked all the way out. Ekman Larson going to race back for it. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. Just keep shooting. Ekman Larson playing this one up. Toronto trying to fight their way into the zone. Yarncroc coming around. Kulikov playing this one up the boards. And Florida flipping this one up. And there's an injured Florida Panther player down. This is going to be an interference call, and it's Rodriguez who's face down on the ice. Oh, interference as Rodriguez is down. He's lying face down. He hasn't moved. Oh, Sam Bennett, stop your whining. He's chirping on the bench. You know, the guy who's the dirtiest, cheapest player on the ice is getting upset because Ekman Larson hit the player. And the referee is now blowing the whistle, telling him to get away. Both referees are standing over top of Rodriguez. But hopefully he's okay. You don't like to see anybody face down, not moving. He's on all fours now. So Rodriguez is down. The referees are going to have a conversation here. So one of the referees just went, I don't know. So clearly the referees didn't see anything because he just said, he was clearly asked, what did you see? And he went, I don't know. So let's see the replay. So big hit. Ekman Larson was coming across.
Just not really trying to pinch and be aggressive, but the puck's nowhere near. Yeah, that.
So it's an interference call. It was definitely a hit. 5 fucking minutes? Are you kidding me? Sorry. Apologize. 5 minutes? Are you kidding me? They better bring this down to a 2. They better bring this down to a 2. I apologize. Are you if this 5 minutes stands, I don't know what else to say. This, yes, it is interference. It's definitely interference. It is 100% interference. But this is not a headshot. This is not a 5-minute major. If you give this 5 minutes and you didn't give Bennett 5 minutes, then this better be taken down to 2 minutes. This is an absolute joke. This is absolutely a joke. I'm losing my mind right now. If they leave this as a 5-minute penalty,
going to be the 6th power play of the night for Florida.
Upon further review, 95 for Toronto is assessed a 2-minute minor for interference.
Thank you. Thank you. Holy smokes. So they downgraded to 2 minutes. I was about ready to get up and walk away and cool down because that was absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Holy smokes. That's not Bill Zito. How can you not like that? Your team. Oh my God. Don't even get me started. Okay, let's go. Let's go. No call on Marner. Right, no call on Marner. Elbow to the head because Marner didn't flop and throw himself down in a spread eagle and cover his face. Unbelievable. Here comes Florida. Florida going to bring this one up over the line. They're going to play this one back. Absolutely disgusting. This is going to be dumped in around for Hagee. Up on the back of Matthews. Going to play this one across. How was that not interference? Just saying. We're going to call every single penalty now. Back to the line, Florida. Here's Jones. Jones up to Barkov. Barkov, nice shot. That's going to be blocked. Barkov again in the corner. He's taking a look. Around behind, McCabe. Up to Tanev. Tanev to Marner. Marner going to go off the glass and gets this one down the ice. It's going to roll right up to Bobrovsky. He's going to play this one up quickly. Here comes Reinhart spinning around over to Tkachuk. Tkachuk bringing this one in. Billy not even close. Not even close. Wall with a great poke check. This in the corner. Tkachuk trying to bring this across. There's a Florida player holding on to Simon Benoit's stick. No call. Back to the line. Florida to the point. Jones. Working this to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe across. Here's another long shot. That's going to go wide. 43 seconds to go. Toronto, breakaway. Here they come. Matthew Knies, shorthanded. He shoots. Great save, Bobrovsky. Knies still with it. Down in the corner, Matthew Knies with a phenomenal chance. Panthers spinning around Reinhart. Going to get bumped. Lawton is up on him. Lawton going to play it free. 23 seconds to go. Florida going to turn around, play this one back. Here comes Lawton racing in. Lawton stealing this one away. Lawton shorthanded, playing it back to the point. Florida going to tip this one out. Tanev got a race back for it. Tanev going to turn around. He's going to look. Here's a long pass. Toronto again coming in. Lawton going inside, outside, backhand, and that's going to go wide. 13 minutes to go. Power play has expired. Nylander going to steal. Willie to Carlo. Shoot that he does. It's going to be high. You got to hit the net, though. Trying to keep this one in as Tavares. He can. It comes out and over the line. Pacioretty brings it in, but it's offside. What a great shift. What a momentum swinger there. The Maple Leafs bringing it. 1-0 Panthers, and Matthew Knies with a shorthanded breakaway. He didn't really make a strong deke there. He made one deke and tried to shoot. Had Bobrovsky beat, but just couldn't put it around him. Unbelievable. Wow. This was wild, wild, really, really strong. Strong play there to turn it around. With 12:57 to go, Leafs are starting to get that momentum. They're actually ahead. 5 shots for the Leafs, only 3 for the Panthers. We just need 1 to go in. Just 1 to go in. If you're just joining us, welcome in. Welcome to the party. Hit that thumbs up for us. Hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe. We are 43 subscribers away from 27,000. I'm sure there's like 300 of you who aren't subscribed. Hit that subscribe for us. Let's go. Unbelievable. Wow. Thank you so much. Cozy coming in with that follow. Thank you, Cozy. I appreciate it. Refs gave the Leafs to give. No, Billy, it wasn't worth 5 minutes. It was not a 5-minute major at all. But they are showing some life. Great shift coming up. Give that win to them nasty refs. I say boycott the NHL. D-Man, as much as I agree something needs to be done with the referees, nobody will boycott, including me. I just love the game so much. It's unfortunately when the referees cause so much heartache. And again, it's not that the calls they've been calling, there it is, we're up to 60. We're up to 60. Keep it going. It's not that the calls they've made have been bad. It's the calls they haven't made, which is a disgrace. All right, coming back from commercial break. Let's do it. There we go. We're rolling now. We're rolling. Keep it going. And welcome in, everybody. Knies had it on his stick. Made a nice move. Tried to go up. He's got 4 points in his last 3 games. Had it there. Kid needs to focus, though. Can't be upset with that. Can't be upset with that.
Let's go.
Let's go. Brent coming in with that subscribe, lighting the lamp. Off the draw. Panthers going to pick this one up. Forsling going to chip it down. Wall is out to stop it. Wall, he's going to play it around. No Seek is there. He's going to play it around behind the net to Reinhart. Carlo up on him. No seat coming up as well. Tavares watching him. Reinhart flipping it back to the line. Here's Forsling. Going to keep this one in. Florida with control. Reinhart shot goes way wide. Over on the board, Forsling going to pick it up, setting it in the corner. Riley pinched up on his man. Here's Tavares. Tavares coming in to help out as well. Pacioretty waiting for the puck. It's going to go the other direction. Down over. Picked up here by Carlo. 12-17 to go. 12-17 to go. Leafs have it in their own zone. Riley to Carlo. Guys, you got to move forward. Here's Riley. Long pass up the middle. Trying to hit Nyes again. Finds its way over to Matthews. Going to flip it in the corner. Marner going in. He's going to put Listerainen into the boards. Marner battling here. Matthews, he's going to walk out of the corner. Now he's going to lose the puck. Marner trying to get it back over to him. Matthews can't hold it in. Comes out to Ekman-Larsson. Ekman-Larsson right up to Nyes. Nyes gets tripped down there in the corner. This coming out. And they got to race all the way back. That's going to be an icing call. Icing call. So with 11:40 to go, this face-off is coming all the way back into the Florida Panthers zone. Unbelievable. Let's go. Now, listen, you can't blame Nyes for that. He had a great breakaway, took a nice shot. He didn't throw the game away. He's trying to fight for it. He's one of the only Leafs that are going. JT, what's going on? Welcome. Let's go. Rissy's, what's up, buddy? Domi fighting off the draw, back to the line. Point to point. Here's Carlo. Carlo playing it in the middle. Nylander stopping. He's cutting around. Backhander in front of the net. And Bobrovsky with a nice save. And McMahon is battling with Ekblad in the crease here. So love that they've put McMahon up on this line. These guys are going. So McMahon and Nylander here with Domi. Just kind of moving things around. Nylander made a nice move. McMahon not budging. McMahon looking real solid in front of that net. Ekblad stick between his legs the whole time. Toronto player got a penalty for the can opener move earlier. We'll see. Watch Ekblad if he continues to do that. 11.5 to go. Face off in the Panthers zone. Maple Leafs trying to pull this one up. Eduardo, what's going on? Welcome in. Hasn't been a great game, but Leafs are hanging in there. Off the draw, back to the line. Here's a long shot, goes around behind the net. In the corner, McMahon, he's going to play it over to Domi. Domi behind the net, turning, trying to play it out in front. That's deflected away. Nylander can't catch up to it. Bennett to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe coming in, has his shot knocked away. Bennett behind the net, has the puck. Bennett, he's looking head on a swivel, playing it in front, taken away by Ekman-Larsson. Slashing a cross-check. Here's Domi. Domi looking, long pass up ice. Riley going to circle back. He's going to play it across. Back up to Riley. Riley in his own zone. Leafs are changing. Riley going to circle back for a moment. Now he's going to hit Marner. Marner, backhand pass, way too high. Matthews couldn't knock it down to the air. Matthews, a backhand. It's right there in front. Nyes can't get a stick on it. See, they're throwing it towards the net, and now things are happening. Yeah, JT, it's winnable. It's winnable. 10.5 to go. Matthews has it in his feet. Getting this one ahead. Here's Tanev. Tanev, long pass, hits Marner behind his skate. Barkov going to pick it up. And Florida going to look to move forward now. Let's go. Panthers starting to move this one up. Toronto's got to get aggressive on the puck carrier. Wall coming out to slow it down for Benoit. Benoit on the move, going to carry this one far side. Up over the red line, dumping it in. Benny still facing this one all the way down. Leafs behind the net. They forgot the puck. Holmberg, he can't trap it. Florida carrying this one up. They're going to dump it in, play it off the boards. Coming in the slot, look out. Benoit played it almost in his own net. Toronto trying to get this to the line. Here they come. Holmberg in over the line. His pass goes nowhere. Florida going to turn, play this one back up. Ekman-Larsson taking a pause. Toronto, they're facing some adversity for the second time in this series. How do they respond? Kulikov going to flip this one up all the way down. Ekman-Larsson plays it back to Riley. Riley to Ekman-Larsson. He's taking a look, still looking. Here we go. Toronto making some line changes again. On the move is Nylander. Nylander cutting back and forth through the middle. Nylander going to drop it off for Riley. Riley putting it in the corner. Nylander lets it go. Big hit by Pacioretty. In the corner. Pacioretty trying to get it. Tavares battling. Comes up top to the point. Throw it towards the net. Ekman Larson does. It's deflected right on. And Bobrovsky with a nice glove save. Cozy, let's get that help. We need that. Oh. Try resetting, Cozy. Try hitting the reset. Hopefully that will help for you. Holy smokes. Back and forth action. They are moving right now. Moving. Leafs are starting to get some momentum, starting to get some pucks. They're going to go to commercial break. But welcome in, everybody. Let's go. This is what we need. Leafs getting colder, Bobrovsky getting hot. John, Leafs have been cold all game. Leafs are actually starting to get hot. Leafs are starting to play better. There it is, 67. We are 33 subs away from 27K. If you have not hit that subscribe yet, smash that subscribe for us. We are 33 subs away. You can make it happen. Tie. Holy smokes. They're starting to get up there. 7 shots. They're shooting the puck. Panthers have only had 3 in this period. Florida starting to sit back. We need to get this going. Let's do this, Leaf fans. Panther fans don't want it to happen. Leafs still at 68% in the faceoff circle. Leafs are up to 40 hits in this game. 14 block shots. They now got to keep getting shots towards the net. They're starting to get through. 9 minutes to go. Paul coming in with that subscribe. Thank you, Paul. 31 away. Thank you, Noah. I appreciate that. Dan coming in with that freeze. Thank you, Dan. There it is, 970. We're within 30. We're within striking distance. They're going to tie it up. They're going to tie this one up. We got it. We get to feel the mojo. We're going to put the hat on. Let's get the hat on. Give them the good luck. Let's do this. Keep pressing. 9 minutes to go. It was a power play goal that got this one in. Rhonda, how's it going? Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. Sandra wants a wave. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Get those wave hands going. Get those wave hands going. 9:03 to go. Top line out here for Toronto. They have had struggles. Off the draw, Toronto's going to win this back to the line, and they're going to blow it dead right away. Wow. So they're going to get set up to do this again. 30 face-off wins so far. Matthews going to win another one back. To the line. Toronto to Nyes. Nyes. His shot is going to get blocked. It's going to go in the corner. Matthews coming in here at it. Marner coming in here. Matthews and Marner can't get it. Listerinen throws it up and down the ice. Riley is racing back for it. Wall going to touch up. No icing call. 8:45 to go. 8:45. Let's go. He's looking. Good pressure. Long pass all the way down. Misses everybody. And that is going to be an icing call. Not a good play. Not a good play. 8:34. Riley trying to throw a bomb. Trying to go with the long bomb. That one doesn't connect. It's 1-0 Florida, Hayden. 1-0 Florida. Pete coming in with that subscribe. Thank you, Pete. 25 subs away. 25. Let's go. Dallas says the Hulkster is going to bring this one home. Barkov in against Lawton. Florida wins this one. Here's a shot. That one deflects up and just over the net. Matthews going in the corner against Barkov. Plays it to the point. Here's a shot. Another deflection, and that one goes just wide. Toronto going to flip this one down the ice again. Florida going to touch up. Nyes can't get it. Barkov turns, passing it up ahead to Nosey. He's going to go cross ice. That skips over Reinhardt's stick. Picked up here by Nyes. Nyes going to play it back. Toronto in their own zone, looking. The line change is coming. Nylander up to Tavares. Tavares, backhand pass for Nylander. Willie, he's turning around. He needs some space. He's going to pass this one up, and that's going to be stolen away. Tavares couldn't get it. 2-on-1. Florida. Bennett coming in, shooting. Sam Bennett. That one hurts. Pete coming in with that subscribe. Sam Bennett makes it 2-0 Florida. Toronto is pressing. Willie's pass to Tavares. He couldn't control. Bennett gonna race this one down. He doesn't pass. Joseph Wall bites on the deke. He goes down and out, and then Bennett drags it around him. Both McCabe and Tanev go to Verhaeghe. Nobody goes to Bennett, and Bennett puts it in. This was a defensive mistake and a goaltending error that leads to this second goal. 7:50 to go. 7:50 to go. While there's still time, this is going to make it even more difficult. Long pass up. Toronto breaking this one in. Here comes Domi. Domi over the line. His shot is going to be in the glove of Bobrovsky. And McMahon and Kulikov with some slashes. They're jousting. Kulikov came with a cross check towards McMahon's face. He put it up and blocked it. Now Yarncroc is getting in there, and he's mixing it up with Bennett. So Bennett and Yarncroc are going at each other. And Tkachuk is now pointing. He's being held back by the referee. So Florida getting a dose of their own medicine here, and they don't like it. They have the lead. Toronto trying to press, trying to get things done. Wall doing everything he could, but it was a bad. He broke on that play. Oh, so it was Matthew Tkachuk skates right into the side of McMahon. Kulikov gets the fists up, and those two are jousting. And then Domi comes over to Bennett. They were jousting. So Florida doesn't like it when it's dished out. They can give it, but they can't take it. 7:30 to go. 2-0 Panthers. Leafs need to score a couple and score a couple quick. We are 24 subs away. Off the draw. This one coming to the line. Ekman Larson trying to keep this one in, and the Panthers sending it all the way down. Riley turning and putting it right back. Leafs tag up. Cats get it out and down the ice. Wall out to play it. Wall, he gets it taken away. What are you doing, Wall? He gets back to his net. Riley gets in there. Florida sending it around. Here's a long pass. This one going wide. Riley picking it up behind. He's going to get put in the boards. Toronto turning. There's a long pass up. There we go. 23 subs to go. We're getting close. Mikkola, he's going to take a bump from Matthews. Nyes in the corner. Nyes trying to feed it back. Marchand steals and gets it out. 6:47 to go. This coming back the other way. Toronto spinning around. Holmberg going to play this one up. Long dumping in the corner. Racing in. Forsling can't get it. Lorenz shoots. That goes wide. Back to the line. Over to Carlo. Carlo, you got to shoot that. Tried to feed it over to Lawton. Lawton can't control it. No seat getting it to the line. Florida going to carry this one out. 3 Maple Leafs up on Reinhart. They're going to take this one away. Carlo back with it. Toronto going D to D. Again, you got 6:10 to go. You got to move forward. Here's Lawton. Lawton going to bump this, giving it away. Here comes Schmidt in over the line. Schmidt put across. Here's a shot. That's going to go over. Trying to clear this one out is Benoit. Benoit to the line. This is going to come free. Nylander. Long pass across. Back to Lawton. He tries to stab it in. Verhaeghe going to bring it back the other way. Going to dump this to Kulikov. His shot right on. And Wall with a nice stop hangs on. 5:46 to go. 5:46. They're going to commercial break. They're going to commercial break. Holy smokes. Wow, this team, the last 2 games, the effort, the sloppy play, it has just fallen to pieces. They've gone away from how they played the whole first series. They've gone away from how they played the first 2 games. Toronto has completely changed their style of play here in Florida, and it has not been for the better. Very few shots from the D, 3 shots from the defense. It looked like they were starting to shoot more, and then they went away from it again. This is not good news. Florida is pressing them hard. Yes, Toronto has 0 answer. 0 answer at all right now. They will take the goaltender out, Bella. They certainly will. It just depends on the right time to do that. Thank you for hitting those subscribes. We are 23 subscribers away. 23 subs from 27K. If you haven't subbed up, help us get there. I'm sure there's like a bunch of you who haven't. So hit that subscribe. Let's go. 27K. Let's do it. Wow, the under is dead. Vi, it's going to be tough. You're going to still hang in there. You're going to hang in there. There we go. Chris, what's going on? Welcome in. Dante, welcome in. This is a real test, Scott. This is a real test for sure. There we go. Down to 19 subs away. Keep it rolling. Unbelievable. It's coming so close. You drove 3 hours and finally, Chris, finally. This game has been absolutely crazy. So many illegal hits. Very few of them actually getting called. Betty, what's going on? BD, welcome in. Theo Samigo, welcome in. All right, we are back. Let's go. 5:46 to go. Carolyn, what's going on? 17 subs away. Off the draw, Barkov wins this back to Reinhardt. His shot is going to get kicked aside. Tanev going to turn around, putting this one off the glass. Toronto trying to get this one down. Going to be dumped right back in. McCabe putting it around. Let's see. Can we get it done before the end of the game? All the way down the ice. Pacioretty. He turns. Pacioretty playing this one in. Toronto. Tavares with it. In the corner being tied up. Trying to get some help. McCabe has to go back to the point. Pacioretty trying to get this. Barkov, he's going to take it away, playing this one across. Let's go. All the way down. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes to go. Here's a long pass up to Tanev. Tanev, he's going to dump this one in. Tipped in the corner. McMahon racing in here. It's going to come around the other side. Excuse me. Here's a centering pass. This is going to miss everybody. Comes all the way down. Waller's out to stop it. This comes all the way down the ice again in the corner. Big collisions. Trying to keep this one in. Florida taking it away. Jeff, welcome in. Let's go, Leafs. Come on. 4:30 to go. We've seen before. They scored 2 goals, you know, in just a couple minutes. It's possible. Florida, Forsling playing it up. Marner stops it. He dumps it in. This hits a leg. William hitting that subscribe. Thank you, William. Trying to dig this one free. Thank you, Slim. Appreciate it. Back at the side, but we do unfortunately have to wait for the cameraman to show us what's happening. Marchand going to play this one up. This is going to be played out down the ice. Ekman Larson racing back to pick it up. 15 subs away now. 15. Let's go. 13. Oh, boy. This dumped in. Here's Forsling. Forsling going to put this one off the boards. Florida going to bring this one out. Under 4 minutes to go. In the feet of Riley. Riley can't get it. This is going to move around. Much can happen. That's right, Kathy. Much can happen. Comes out in front. Toronto can't control it. Pacioretty loses it. I would take Pacioretty out for the next game. Just saying. Back to the line. Florida swinging it. Kulikov. He shoots. That's knocked down. Another shot. And that's going to be grabbed and held as a slash on Pacioretty's stick breaks it in half. He's got to go get a new twig. 11 subs away. Thank you all so much. Crushing it. Rena, 2-0 Florida, 2-0 Panthers. Bobrovsky looking to go for that shutout. Trying to close the door. Toronto doesn't want to see that happen. 10 subs away. Holy smokes. So close. 3:16 to go. Berube is pointing. Is he calling a timeout? What's he calling over? Or is he giving directions to the goaltender? 3:16 to go. Leafs are down by 2. They need 2 to tie. 2 quickies to tie. So no timeout. Face off in the Maple Leaf zone. Off the draw. Coming around behind. McCabe is going to pick this one up. They're waiting. Ekman Larson back behind the net. Wow, we are 7 subs away. 3 minutes to go. 7 subs. Can we do it? 27K. The Leafs give it away. Panthers flip this right back in the corner. Ekman Larson go to pick it back up. He's going to carry this one ahead. Up to Matthews. Matthews carrying it ahead. Matthews in over the line. Matthews coming all the way through. Has it knocked off. Empty net. Toronto has pulled their tender. Empty net. Down in the corner. Nylander playing it back. Up top. Here's Marner. Marner cycling it to Matthews. Matthews in front. That one doesn't get tipped. Back to Nylander. Just pass and shoot. This comes out. Riley bobbles it at the line. It comes out. And then right back in. Oh my goodness. Unreal. Don't like that at all. Tate coming in. Thank you so much. 6 subs away. Who's going to put us over 27K? Who's going to do it? And then we're going to pull a name to give these hockey cards to. We're going to give these cards away as soon as we hit 27K. Let's go. Timeout now for Toronto. Timeout with 2:31 left to go. Zazo, how's it going? Not necessary. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Let's go. 5 subs away. Who's going to do it? Slim comes in with that subscribe. Let's go. Come on, boys. 2:31. 3 subs away. If we do it, if we hit 27K, stick around if you want your chance to win. We're giving these cards away. 2:31 to go. 6-on-5 situation. Off the draw, Matthews going to pull this one back. Nylander, he's going to dump this one in. Right on Bobrovsky. Florida going to play it around the boards. High. Toronto can't hold it in again. Riley can't hold it in again. Here's a shot at the empty net. Marner going to block that one. 9.99. Who's taking home the milestone? This dumped in. Florida going to bat it out. Again, they bat it out. An empty net for the Panthers. This coming down. Nosek. He has it taken away. There we go. All right, keep it going. We're going to pick a winner to give away the hockey cards. There we go. This one down in the corner. Nylander coming away. This all the way down. Let's go. This is going to be played across. Here's Toronto. Long flip pass up. Down over the line. Florida turning, shooting for the empty net. That's going to be blocked again. Here's Marner. Stick around after. We're going to announce the winner. Dumping this one in. Quick shot. Out at the line. Nylander a shot right on. Tavares hits the side of the net. 1:20 to go. Matthews to the point. Nylander. He's with it. Over to Marner. Marner into the slot. Shoot. That one goes wide. Riley. The lone defenseman on the ice is playing behind the goal line. In front, they're digging it in. They still can't put it in. This comes to Nylander. Willie to Marner. Throw it towards the net. Last minute. Marner, side of the net. Tavares, he can't get it. Tavares is hauled down. In the corner, trying to pull this one. Nyze's in there. He's digging for it. It's loose. It's loose. Still playing. Florida doing a great job tying it up here. Time is going. They can't dig it out. It's still free. Matthews playing it in front. Florida going to take it away. They're going to get this one out and down the ice. Marner going all the way back. This is going to be an icing call. All right, this is what I want you to do. This is how we're going to pick a name. Are you on there? Can you go in? All right, when I say go, we want you to drop an emoji. One single emoji, any emoji, only one entry per person. We're going to have somebody who's sitting over here is going to scroll through and at random pick one name. So when you are ready, 3, 2, 1, go. Drop one single emoji. That's how you have to enter the giveaway. One single emoji. Off the draw, this coming around. Leafs are down 2-0. Florida going to bring it out. 22 seconds to go. McCabe is back to pick this one up. There it is. Single emojis coming through. Just one single emoji. This one dumped down in the corner. 10 seconds to go. This around, being played around, being picked up. There's a big hit. Everybody's coming in. It's a rumble in the corner. There's shots being thrown. Shots fired. Shots fired. We got players down, and the uppercuts are coming in. McMahon is going at it now. Gloves are off. Marchand, you're such a weasel. Now that the linesman is there and the buzzer goes, you throw your gloves down to fight? Come on. Forsling is trying to get in there. Everybody's trying to get at somebody. So Marchand is still being manhandled here by the referees. He's going to be pushed off the ice. I don't know what started this. It was a big pile up in the corner. They're still going. Pacioretty is here. McCabe is there. Ryan is there. Rats are down. Domi was on the bottom of the pile. So they're still going. Ekblad is still trying to pull at somebody. Ryan and McCabe have gloves, their glove grabbed. Domi's going to go off the ice. Domi and Marchand have a history going back to the Boston series. So let's see if we can see how this all started. So Domi plows Barkov right from behind, headfirst into the boards. That's a bad hit by Domi. Don't like this at all. Absolutely nails Barkov from behind. So don't like this from Domi. I understand what he's trying to do. But Domi comes in with that hit from behind. Don't like that one. All right, Barkov. Yikes. Hopefully he's okay. Bobrovsky picks up a shutout, and this series is tied. Coming back to Toronto, all tied at 2s. So Wednesday night is going to be the next game, all tied at 2s. All right, let's get things set up here. Let's take a look. All right, hang on. I'm going to put you on mute. I'm going to find out who the selection is. Hang on. Don't go anywhere. You might have won. All righty, we have the winner. Congratulations, the winner. You are getting a little stack of hockey cards here. Little Luke Hughes, a little Marie-Philippe Poulin. We got an Austin Matthews in here for you. We got a little Steve Yzerman. These are all Tim Hortons. Leon Draisaitl, and of course the Weasel himself, Brad Marchand. And the winner, if you're still here in the chat, goes to Krista. Krista, congratulations. Are you still here? Is Krista still present? You do have to still be here, or we will pick another winner. Congratulations. Is Krista still here? Krista's still here. Congrats, Krista. Krista, do me a favor. Shoot me an email or a DM on Insta, and we'll connect and get these over to you. Congratulations, Krista. That is huge. Way to go. We will do more giveaways throughout the round now that we're here. Every time we hit a major milestone, we'll do lots of giveaways. Let me just refresh this here real quick. All right, this is going to get refreshed here. Boom, there are the stats. An ugly game, 37 shots on goal for Florida, 22 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. It was really, really ugly until the third period. They got life in that third period. They could not get it together, however. They're your stars of the game. Joey Wall, the third star. Verhaeghe, the goal scorer, with the game winner. He's the second star. And Sergei Bobrovsky, he is your number one star of the game. Absolutely a phenomenal hockey game. I'm trying to put these cards in here without damaging the corners. It's hard to multitask. All right, we'll do it one at a time. So that's, let's see here. So that's how you play cheap shot and Barkov. Yeah, Thomas, I agree. That's dirty. That should not happen. Not happen at all. In fairness, though, that's how Florida's been playing the whole series. Tavares took a shot to the head. Marner's taken a shot to the head. How many guys have been hit from behind? It's been an absolute all-out crazy series. I'm not condoning it at all. I think what Domi did is disgraceful. You never hit a guy in the numbers at all. But, it's going to be interesting to see. Next game is going to be absolutely massive. Absolutely massive. Prep coming in, you just had to shave. That I had to. All right, so we got them, Krista. We got them all packed up for you. When they come, you'll have to push them out from the bottom because it is very tight in this little baggie. But at least that way they're protected. So congrats there. This game was crazy. This game was absolutely nuts. Back and forth. The first two periods, Toronto was non-existent. Toronto was an absolute mess in the first two periods. Did not like their style of play at all. Typical Leafs. They knew they'd clap. They just were horrible tonight. Thank you, Patoli. Miami Sports, what's going on? Welcome in. They were just not good, right? They were just not good at all. And it's unfortunate because they had a lot of momentum coming into this game. They lost the last one. You would have thought they would have come out and played hard. Florida just did a great job in a couple different areas. One, defensively. They were not letting Toronto get any time in their zone. As soon as Toronto got in there, Florida managed to take the puck away and move it out with ease. You're very disappointing, Jeremy. Very disappointing. The other thing they did well is they took away the stars, right? They took away Marner's passing ability by clutching and grabbing and hooking and driving them into the boards. And once you do that, that means Matthews isn't going to touch the puck as much. Nyes had a couple of chances, but again, he was ineffective. Florida utilized that line change, having that last change with the home ice advantage to perfection. They had, every time the top players were on the ice, they had exactly who they wanted in there and against them. If Toronto plays like this the rest of the series, they're done. Hopefully, coming back to Toronto, they will figure it out. They will get back in their rhythm. This is why we play 7 games, right? This is why we play 7. You're allowed to have a bad 2 games, but they got to turn it around and get back going. They must get back going. Our next somewhere, I agree. Domi should definitely get a suspension for that hit from behind. However, based on what we've been seeing in this series, I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if he was suspended. There have been so many dirty hits, so many bad hits, so many cheap shots, and forget about suspensions. We're not even getting penalties. But I agree, for a hit from behind like that should absolutely be a suspension. But if you haven't done it up to this point, you can't do it now. You just can't. If you do that, you got to go back and you got to suspend Bennett. You got to suspend all these guys, which is why I think it'll never happen. But Florida played a good game. Like I said, they absolutely outplayed Toronto in almost every statistical category. If we break it down, shots on net, 37-27. Toronto did have the better third period. Leafs were 63.5% in the faceoff circle. They did a great job there. Prep come-ins from a mom on Mother's Day, and because the boys need to hear this, stop playing with it so much. That's right, Prep. Stop playing with it so much and just go. Prep, you're killing me. Thank you, Prep. Happy Mother's Day to you. Happy Mother's Day to almost all the mothers out there. We appreciate you all so much. And of course, for those that today's a tough day, we are certainly thinking of you all very, very much. Penalty minutes, 27 penalty minutes for the Leafs, 26 for the Panthers. It ends up being close. However, Florida goes 1 for 6 on the power play. Toronto goes 0 for 3. 47 hits for the Maple Leafs, 40 hits there for the Panthers. 18 block shots for Toronto, 12 block shots for Florida. Giveaways 12-13 were very, very close. All in all, when you look at the stats outside of the faceoffs and the penalties, it was a very evenly matched game. It was a very close, evenly matched game, and they really, really played well. Unfortunately, things just kind of boiled over, and Toronto was nowhere to be found for a big part of this game. And listen, it happens, right? We've seen this time and time again. Tonight, it was the Maple Leafs' turn. The Stars beat up on the Jets 5-2, right? That was a good game there. Carolina Hurricanes beat the Capitals 4-0 yesterday. So these things happen. These things happen. They're going to get back in place. They're going to keep moving. Top Rock, what's going on? Welcome in. embellished, so he faked an injury. Yeah, so much embellishment. It's crazy. Good night, Marshall. Take care, bud. Thank you for everything. Thanks, Rick. I appreciate that. But listen, it is what it is. We move on to the next game. We don't think about it. We try not to think about it. We will. But we have a common thread between every single game in these playoffs that I have watched. And I've watched a lot. You've been with me here for a lot. Every single game. This officiating is the worst I have seen. Every year we talk about how bad it is. It's worse than last year. Every year it gets even worse and even worse. What is the point of actually having referees on the ice if they're going to try and manage this game and decide when and what is a penalty? It's not fair to the players. If you're going to do that, just say, you know what? I'm putting the whistle away. We're putting the whistle away. We're not calling anything. Unless there's an all-out war starting where guys are taking off their skates and throwing them at each other, we're just not going to call anything. You know, there's 0 point of them being here other than to skew the game. And like I said, I'm not saying Toronto didn't deserve those penalties because they were penalties. But in the grand scheme of what's been being called, I don't know. My issue is more with what's not being called than with what is being called. And that's not just for this game. That's for every game across the board. It's a mess. It's a mess. And again, I refer back to Trent Frederick taking a cross-check in the face from Nicholas Waugh on Vegas. Connor McDavid, the best player in the game today, gets a 4 or 5 game suspension for doing that in the regular season. In the playoffs, it's a $7,000 fine. Same cross-check. How is one a multi-game suspension? One is a fine. That is the problem with NHL officiating. That is the problem with the Department of Player Safety. It's a complete and utter joke. A complete and utter joke. Domi definitely spend. No, I don't think he will. I agree, H. I agree. What Domi did, hit blatantly from behind after the game, he should be suspended. 100%. Domi should be suspended for that hit. But how do you suspend him when you haven't suspended all the others for equally bad hits to the numbers, cross-checks to the face? I would say Nicholas Waugh's cross-check to the face of Trent Frederick was worse than the Domi hit on Barkov. Just saying. So if Domi is suspended, this is because George Peros has a thing for Toronto. Because we saw it with Michael Bunting. We saw it with Nazem Kadri. We saw it with every Maple Leaf that has come through these hallways indoors. It's a different standard when it comes to suspensions. Austin Matthews got suspended 4 games for cross-checking Darlene in the neck at the Winter Classic several years ago. Morgan Riley got suspended for his high hit on Ridley Gregg at the end of the game a couple of years ago. All of those things are taking place in every single NHL game in these playoffs with 0 penalties, 0 reviews, and 0 discipline. That is the problem. That is the problem. How do you solve it? It's plain and simple. Because it's Domi and he's got, well, I agree. But that's not a reason to suspend somebody because of who they are, right? Just because of who they are, that's no reason to suspend somebody. I agree again, and I'm agreeing with you. I think he should, before Florida Panthers fans start jumping down my throat, I agree with you. He should 100% be suspended. But it's just with the way these have gone, it's crazy. What they need to, like the Reeves hit on Nurse, which by the way, I think Nurse is a piece of garbage. But yeah, Reeves hit on Nurse. That was a big hit, caught him with his head down and obliterated him. We saw in the last game, and I forget who it was. I think it was Rodriguez, left his feet and hit Tavares, headshot, no penalty, no call, no discipline. Mitch Marner today, same thing. He got run, took an elbow to the head into the boards, headshot, no call, no penalty. Referee was right there. So we could do this all day long. And I'm intentionally not going to pull up these clips so we could look at them because I don't want this to be the moral of the story. Even though we're talking about it here, I don't want us to go down this road and go, see, that should have been, it should have been. because we all know is the case. You guys absolutely can go through the highlights and take a look. We've been more than happy to chat about it in the state of officiating. Maybe what we should do is one of these days kind of get together and do a non-game stream and just vent. We'll have therapy session to vent about how bad the officiating is. I think that would be pretty funny. But listen, it's unfortunately one of those things. Leafs coming up. They're going to have another big game. They got a couple of days to rest now. They don't play again until Wednesday. So they got lots of time to sit back and figure things out. The NHL schedule the next couple of games. Monday, we got Carolina and Washington, Vegas and Edmonton. Tuesday, Jets and Stars are the lone show. And then Wednesday is Panthers and Leafs, Oilers and Golden Knights. So a couple of really, really big games coming up. As I said, this week is going to be with tryouts and everything. This week is going to be a little up in the air. Thank you, Maple. I appreciate that. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure your notifications are on. Some games we'll be able to schedule in advance. Some games literally may pop up half an hour before or 10 minutes into the first period. You never know. This week is going to be one of those weeks, but we'll be here for some of it. We're going to have a lot more fun, and we're going to see how this is going to play out. Love the idea. Chatty Kathy would love that. Yeah, Kathy, we'll see what we can do. We'll see if we can put something together, a little get together. We'll open up the phone lines and have you call in and invent about the officials. We might have to make it a adults only stream the way these referees are going. But we'll do something fun like that. But these are playoffs, and I know that's not an excuse. I know saying these are the playoffs are no excuse. But I understand there's a different standard. Carrie, thank you for the follow. Bro, we're not talking about Barkov getting absolutely destroyed after the game's over. Jackson, we did talk about it. We did talk about it a lot. Colin Campbell doing his best to help the Panthers. They just didn't play. They just did not play good only in the third period. Henry, I thought the third period was the best they played. It was not good in the first two periods. The only reason this game was 1-0 going into the third period was because Joseph Woll was a maniac. Joseph Woll was absolutely outstanding. No, Barkov didn't deserve it. Nobody deserves to be hit like that from behind. Nobody deserves to be hit like that from behind. Barkov is such a good player. He's one of the best. Barkov is one of the best. Very underrated player, not overly dirty, although he was mixing it up pretty good tonight. But don't like to see that. Todd, what's going on? Welcome in. Do you know of anyone? I don't, Todd. I don't. We're going to be looking. We're going to be looking at some world stuff a little bit down the road, but that's not going to be till later on. Let's see here. Great by Tommy Milton. No, listen. Joseph Woll was our hero of the game. Joseph Woll was phenomenal tonight. He did everything we needed him to do and more. The team around him did not show up. It was very, very poor efforts. Our defensive core struggled mightily at times. I think it's time Pacioretty comes back out of the lineup. Again, he was playing all right. He's slow. He sometimes happened to be in the right place at the right time. But I want to see him out. I think it's time to put Nick Robertson back in the lineup, get that injection of speed and jump going on with that third line, or do something off the books. Put in like an Alex Steves, right? They called up a bunch of these Marley players. Put in Alex Steves in replace of Pacioretty. That would be interesting. Do something here to mix it up. Show up unprepared. So, Kelly, I don't think they were unprepared. I don't think they were unprepared at all. I think they were very prepared. They just didn't play their game plan. They got running around, they got chasing, and they were trying to force things that weren't there. And it was just bad breakdowns. Zero communication on the ice tonight. Zero communication. Horrible passes. Just not good plays. Again, not using your defense for shooting. That's something when Toronto was successful against Ottawa, it was because they were getting scoring from their defensemen and a lot of scoring. I think they have 7 goals or 9 goals from their defensemen in the playoffs. They were amazing from the points. That has gone away. They're not shooting from the points at all, and that is a big problem. Thank you so much for those follows. San Jose Sharks fan, appreciate it. Boy, talk about San Jose Sharks. How exciting are they now with Celebrini? Celebrini had a goal in the Worlds today for Canada, of course, with Will Smith, and They're going to get the number 2 pick this upcoming draft. They're going to be a fun, exciting team to watch. San Jose Sharks, don't count them out. Players' contract don't have clauses that says players obligated to elevate their game just for bonus. Yeah, Rick, and that's a good point, right? The idea is they should be playing at their best. You want players that want to win, so they should be playing at the best that they can. They should be. Jose, how's it going? Welcome in. And tonight, they just didn't have that. A lot of people are going to give it to Marner. I can already see it. A lot of people are going to be ripping up Marner tonight. Marner didn't play poorly because Marner didn't try and didn't show up. Marner didn't play well because he was absolutely eliminated by the Florida Panthers. The Panthers cut off his passing lanes. They were putting him in the boards. They were clutching and grabbing and holding him. Marner just had no space to do anything. Florida's game plan on Marner tonight was executed flawlessly. Nylander had some openings. Nylander had a couple of opportunities. He was getting in there. He missed the net every time. Granted, he didn't have very many times to get to the net. He was completely shut down. And remember, Marner isn't a shoot first type of guy. He's a pass first. In fact, Marner had no shots on net tonight. No shots on net. Tavares had 5 shots. Nylander had 4 shots. Nyes had 3. Matthews had 3. Lorenz had 2. Domi Lawton had 1. That was it for the forwards. Matthews usually has about 6 or 7 shots. The reason his shots were way down is because Marner couldn't get him the puck. Because every time Marner touched the puck, somebody was on him. Florida was very aggressive getting up on him, putting that pressure. And when you shut down Marner, that means nobody's feeding Matthews the puck. Nyes did a good job. He was, definitely the best of the 3 on that top line. I didn't hate Nylander's game tonight. There were a few plays I thought were questionable, but him and Tavares I thought were working well together. Eventually, they moved up Bobby Mack to that line, hoping he would get some connections going. That didn't happen. So there was failures all over the ice tonight. Failures all over the ice for the Maple Leafs. They'll need to figure that out and regroup. Unfortunately, you don't get that many chances, right? They're going to come into game 5. It's now tied 2-2. If they play like this in Toronto and lose game 5, going back to Florida for game 6, series will be done. If Toronto can come out and win game 5, they have 2 shots at shutting it down. It'll be very interesting. We initially picked Toronto in 6. Still could happen. We're going to have to wait and see how that plays out. I want to take a moment just real quick and thank all of the mods on all platforms tonight. Thank you so much, mods. Thank you, Prep, for the super chats tonight. I appreciate that. And Rick celebrating a memberversary. Thank you so much for that. Thank you to all of our channel members. We appreciate you all very, very, very much for your support here on the channel. Thanks to everybody who found us that first time, whether you hit that subscribe or hit that follow button. We appreciate it. It has been a ton of fun, and we will keep plugging away. Dale says Panthers in 5. Dale, if Toronto plays like this again, that could happen. Wall stood pretty firmly. I'm happy with it. Yeah, Prep, and I agree. A lot of people are like, we need Stolarz back. Stolarz has to get it done. It was Joseph Wall isn't good enough. Nah, that Wall played a brilliant game tonight. He was great. Nothing he could do on that first goal, a backdoor pass by Verhaeghe. The second goal with Bennett, yeah, he bit at the first one. He could have tried to wait it out a little bit longer, but it was also a big defensive breakdown in front of him. So that just was not good either. But all in all, what happens? You don't get shots. You don't score. Bobrovsky gets better every period he plays. No, we don't need Reeves. We don't need Reeves at all. Reeves is slow. Reeves is a defensive liability. When we're struggling defensively, you do not want to put him in. You do not want to put Reeves in there. David Kempf, I could see putting in there. Although I think I'd rather have Nick Robertson in over David Kempf, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think they got to do something to make that change. You're right. Joseph Wall tonight, 37 shots against. He stopped 37 of them, had a 9.46 save percentage. 9.46. That's still a pretty darn good percentage. No, see, Cottaging, that's exactly what I was just saying. Joseph Wall was fine. No issue with him tonight. Stolarz wouldn't have made that first stop. And chances are, second one, maybe, but then they would have won 1-0. But yeah, Stolarz is still concussed. I don't think he's going to be ready to go to the next round, till the next round, if that, to be honest with you. Yeah, and you know what, Apple, I wouldn't count on Robertson to come in and be an offensive machine, but he's a little spark plug, right? He's got speed. He goes hard. He'll just help get a few pucks towards the net. And I think that's what they need, is just some jump. When Toronto gets the line matching they need, they can figure it out. They can put it together and they play well. Obviously, Florida has played when they get that last change, when they get that matching. They can shut down the Maple Leafs like nobody's business. They can shut down those two top lines. Right now, the fourth line for Toronto could not even keep close with the top line of the Panthers. They were all over them. And again, if it wasn't for Joseph Woll, this score should have been much, much higher. For the Panthers, Sam Reinhart had 7 shots. Barkov had 5 shots. Bennett and Lundell with 4 apiece. On the defense, Jones had 2. Ekblad had 2. Kulikov had 2. Forsling, McColl, and Schmidt all with 1 shot. And of course, Bobrovsky was a perfect 23 of 23 tonight. The refs played well too. Yeah, and I know already what social media is going to be buzzing with. They're going to be taking it apart. Everyone's going to be blaming Joseph Woll, which they shouldn't be. They're going to be blaming Mitch Marner, which they shouldn't be. They're going to be blaming the refs, which there's nothing you can do about it. And then I think the other person that's going to get a lot of flack tonight is going to be Morgan Rielly. I think, again, Morgan Rielly had a very difficult game. That's 2 in a row. Last game, he had 2 goals deflected off of him, which proved one of them to be the OT winner. Tonight, Morgan Rielly, who yet again led everybody in ice time, 22-31 of ice time. He had 1 shot in a giveaway, but just he was all over the place. Not a solid game at all today. And I'll say it again, Morgan Rielly should not be your top ice time defender. It should be Ekman Larson. It should be Jake McCabe. It should not be Morgan Rielly. Every time Morgan Rielly is your top ice time defender, bad things have happened, and we've proved this over and over again. All right, with that said, I think we're going to kind of wrap it up. We're going to close this one down. It's going to be another big week for this second round. We're going to have to see what this is going to be. Yeah, Woll was an absolute monster tonight. He was fantastic. And we'll see. Will the NHL suspend Domi? Is there going to be any repercussions that come out of the fight? Anything more about the elbow to the head of Marner? Probably not. But whatever it will be, it will be. If Toronto does lose Domi for the next game, it's going to be interesting to see who they slot in. But time will tell. They got a couple of days to think about it. Well, like I said, Wednesday night is their next game. So we'll see how it's going to play out. All right, we're going to shut this one down. You guys don't go anywhere right here. You guys, I'm going to say goodnight. I'm going to say thank you so much for everything. This has been a lot of fun. We'll talk to you real soon. Again, make sure your notifications are on. We will pop up streams in between tryouts where we can, but it's going to be a kind of an interesting week, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you all so much. Have a great night. And Kate Burness, take it away. Good night, everybody. See you later.
Hi, I'm Kate Burness, and you're watching the Samwell V12 Experience.